And here it is, ding dong. Roll up, ladies and gentlemen. One man went to milk. Here it is, ding dong. Here I am. Hope you're there. The session starts. Your company required. That thing that happens. I was going to say that thing that happens every single day, but of course it did not happen yesterday. But nevertheless, it is happening now. So if you are available, avail yourself of what is going on here. You know where it happens, and this is where it's happening. So come happen with us. One man went to more. The eagle has landed.
Another Savior.
Holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior.
Another Savior.
Holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior.
Well, this is Mobien. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. In your madika, yabika kokwa nam no. Hey, anamekele maduche mefo. Manemo, it's an honor having you on board. When I'm singing along, holy, 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 Nandekano is another Savior. Just sing along, holy, 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 Nandekano is another Savior. When I sing along, holy, 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 is another Savior. Getting moving right and getting moving fast now. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, holy, getting moving right and moving fast. Never freedom. Is another Savior. Never freedom. Holy, 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 Nandekano is another Savior.
Another Savior.
Holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior.
Another Savior.
Holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior.
Well, this is Mobien. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. In your madika, yabika kokwa nam no. Hey, anamekele maduche mefo.
So there it is right there, the Holy Holy song from the Eastern people, from the Igbo people, the Holy Holy song. So Holy Holy, as guys, I bring you this. So Holy Holy, as guys, hold on. So holy, holy, as guys, I bring you this. Nigerians react as foodstuff branded with Peter Obi Labour Party surfaces online. So there it is, and there it is. The hypocrisy knows no bounds. The hypocrisy, it knows no bounds. So here is a guy that tells you, "Oh, I am not corrupt," but then allegations of corruption just plentiful around his name to the point that the authorities were involved. I know they give Shi Shi, but it's all over the United States and Europe canvassing for money against the electoral rules. And only vote for me if you like my programs. But there he is giving out rice and vegetable oil to the electorates. So the hypocrisy, it knows no bounds. The hypocrisy knows no bounds. And Nigerians react as foodstuffs branded with Peter Obi Labour Party surfaces online. So, pardon me. So there it is, and there it is. It never changes. So there it is, and there it is. And before I go on, a lot of you, if you notice, I'm highlighting my Facebook page. So I'm trying to drive traffic to the Facebook page because I need to get at least 10,000 followers on there, which have not quite hit just yet. So I want to drive traffic to that Facebook space. So over the next few weeks or so, I'm going to be streaming on the Facebook space, and then I'll be uploading it onto the YouTube at a later point. So if you want to follow the live streamings, then they are going to be primarily on Facebook. So there is the Facebook link if you want to follow the live streaming, because I want to get the numbers up past the 10,000 mark. And if you're on Facebook, share the links as well and make sure that you are subscribed or you've clicked on follow or whatever it is that they do on Facebook. So there it is, and that is the direction of travel for the next few weeks. So I want to get the numbers up on Facebook so that we can multi-stream on multifaceted platforms and be able to commercialize it if we decide to. So there it is, and there it is, and here this is. So here this is. 2023 Nigerian youth should channel hashtag NSAS energy to effect change. So who is saying this? It is Kasim Shettima, and a lot of people, of course, they've got the brick bat ready to throw at him. That he, the antithesis of what the NSAS space stands for, now making recommendations for the way forward for NSAS. But nevertheless, he has his opinion and he expresses it. 2023, Nigerian youth should channel hashtag NSAS energy to effect change. Kashim Shettima, the vice presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress. So there it is, and there it is. There it is, and here this is. Take It Back movement condemns police disruption of Labour Party's Peter Obi rally in Ebonyi State. So there it is. So a lot of people that say that Shobore has no other job than to launch at the Peter Obi space. So there he is now under a different talk. Now, there he is under a different talk, now somewhat supportive of that space. So there it is now. So what do you have to say about that? Take It Back movement condemns police disruption of Labour Party's Peter Obi rally in Ebonyi State. So quite why Shobore is getting involved, we find out shortly. Our dialogue with IPOB Yoruba Nation agitators, others, Peter Obi now offering to have a conversation with Nnamdi Kanu. But what will he say to Nnamdi Kanu is the thing. Will he ask him not to set about trying to free his own people, which is what Nnamdi Kanu tells us he is trying to do? He, of course, being an Igbo man himself. So to be a fly on the wall in that conversation, our dialogue with IPOB Yoruba Nation agitators, others, the Anambra ex-governor Peter Obi making the headline there. And the incoming, if you have it his own way, Atiku Abubakar, being president is for your benefit, not me. Atiku tells Nigerian youth. So there it is. So that's the garment of it. That's the full spectrum of it. So lean back, kick back, take it easy, relax into it. The usual protocol, click on like as you're coming in. If you're not already subscribed, click on subscribe and share the hyperlink. And especially within Facebook space, make sure you are clicking on the follow. So if you are watching this live or you are re-watching it in whichever form on Facebook, make sure that you are following the platform because we're trying to boost up the numbers within that space. So lean back, kick back, take it easy, relax into it. The usual protocol I've already said. If you want to come join me live on the screen, by the way, click on this hyperlink that says StreamYard. So click, you know the routine. Click on the hyperlink that says StreamYard, brings you into a studio space. Soon as I finish reading out talking points, I'll let you onto the screen and engage you in a conversation around the talking points. It's an open microphone session, the open microphone being the hyperlink that says StreamYard. So there it is, and there it is. So as we said about the clickings, let me provide you with a little bit of a musical intermission. Your calabash to the ready, we join the guys.
Only water, only water, where they see ma. Water, 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 water.
Only water, where they see ma.
Hapa o naido. Hapa o naido. Hapa you don't come o. Hapa o naido. Oro kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù yé o. Ilé sọ́dí àkẹ́kẹ́ rẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mù rè o. Bobby master kẹ̀kẹ́ rẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mù rè o. Chief Wáìlà tí kẹ̀kẹ́ rẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mù rè o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mù dé. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù dòde ojàre o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ Ghana ti dé ẹgbẹ́ bọ́dì o. Ọmọ ẹlẹ́yẹ ẹyẹ o ó dìlé o. Odúyẹ̀lá ẹyẹ o ó dìlé o. Petrosonama ẹyẹ o ó dìlé o. Petrosodúnkẹ́ ẹyẹ rẹ̀ ó dìlé o. Ẹlẹ́kọ̀ ọ̀run mú ìní o. Àkùkọ ọ̀run méjìkọ. Ikú kò ní ríwà gbéṣe o.
And there it is right there. Ikuko Neru Agweshe, may death have nothing to do with us. You know already the potency of that prayer. Ikuko Neru Agweshe, as guys, I bring you this. Nigerians react as foodstuff branded with Peter Obi, Labour Party, surfaces online. There's knocks and criticisms have trailed the alleged attempts by the Labour Party and supporters of the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, to induce Nigerians with foodstuff and other items in order to vote in the coming 2023 general elections. On Friday, foodstuff bearing Peter Obi's name, his vice presidential candidate, Senator Dati Baba Ahmed, and the logo of his party were seen pasted on bags of rice and groundnut oil with the inscription, Vote Obi Dati 2023, Obi Dati 2023, amongst others, surfaced on social media platform Correspondence Report. However, the development attracted criticism from Nigerians who accused the supporters of the Labour Party candidate of hypocrisy, adding that Obi was still an old politician, and that old in quotation marks is not necessarily in reference to his age, but in reference to his practice. So as I said, old politician, not necessarily in reference to his age, but in reference to his party. Part of those he claimed were he was coming to dislodge in the elections. Uh, some Nigerians have taken to their Twitter handle to react, condemning the development. A Twitter user with the Twitter handle ST who tweeted sharing a photo of a large collection of Labour Party branded rice, Labour Party sharing rice. Uh, Also reacting, another Twitter user, people deceiving people, they are fake people. Everything about them is fake. Another user, no be them say them no one raise the standard of campaigns. No be them say them one raise the standard of campaigns. In reply to Elvis's tweet, Tunde Musa Ekene wrote in pidgin, "Rice no be shishi now, so rice no be shishi now," mocking the Labour Party. Although another Twitter user, Saki12, I wonder if that is Saki father. I'm pretty certain it is Saki father. Although another Twitter user, Saki2R, tried to protect Obi from the blame, noting that he, Obi, might not be aware of the packages, criticism still poured in. Meanwhile, the spokesman of Peter Obi Support Network, Mr. Jones, has dissociated Obi from the foodstuff poster, adding that the Labour Party candidate never sanctioned the move and did not have control over what Nigerians would do to win votes for him. He said, "I have to restate that Peter Obi's presidential candidate is a people-driven campaign. Obi does not need to give anybody anything before he is voted for. What he gives is the message of progress of Nigeria and making the country work for Nigerians." So there it is right there. Who doesn't know that trick? You put it out there and you dissociate yourself from it. This is an old trick that we've seen copiously from the Obi space. So they put it out there and then they try to dissociate themselves from it. But who is fooled is the question. Who is fooled is the question. So from that to this, 2023, Nigerian youth should channel hashtag NSAS energy to effect change. This is Kashim Shettima. Nigerian youth should build on the successes of the October 2020 anti-police brutality hashtag NSAS protest to cause positive changes in governance and public service, says Kola Shettima, the director of Makata Foundation in Nigeria. So this is just to tell you that I don't pre-read the storylines before. Hold on. This is just to tell you that I don't pre-read the storyline before I bring them to you. So if it's not really Kashim Shettima, I wonder if it's worth reading at all. So it's not Kashim Shettima, but a different Shettima. So Nigerian youth should build on the successes of October 2020 anti-police brutality hashtag NSAS protest to cause positive changes in governance and public service, says Koli Shettima, the country director of Makati Foundation in Nigeria. The youth were able to mobilize a lot of resources in terms of network, people who came out and demonstrated, Shettima said. They have shown that they can actually organize themselves. Mr. Shettima said the challenge now should be beyond the NSAS protest. How could youth engage in civic public service using the same network and energy that were established? How do we use those networks in terms of channeling it towards public service, towards civil engagement? And what difference can that actually have on the country and other things? That for me is the most important story about NSAS itself, about its own potential to be a change agent for our country. The Makata Foundation boss advised Nigerian youths to be actively engaged in the 2023 elections. Mr. Shettima was delivering his keynote address at the opening of a two-day Mandela Washington Fellowship Alumni Association of Nigeria, LED conference 2022 in Abuja when he gave the advice. He said that the NSAS protest was really a reflection of the energy, the creativity, and the passion young people have for the country, which could be channeled not just as protest, but developmental causes. Mr. Shetima, who said that the foundation since 1989 had invested not less than $200 million in Nigeria, added that the foundation was committed to working in partnership with the country towards the success of the 2023 general election. So there it is. So it's not at all Kashim Shettima, and I trailed it as though it was Kashim Shettima, but it's not at all Kashim Shettima. It is actually a totally different Shettima. But hopefully, no surprises with this one. Take It Back movement condemns police assault, disruption of Labour Party's Peter Obi rally in Ebonyi. So there it is now. Showore leaping to the defense of Peter Obi. I wonder what the Yam Yams will have to say about that. The Take It Back movement has knocked the Nigeria police force for over. Let's do that again. The Take It Back movement has knocked the Nigerian police force over the shameful invasion of the supporters of the Labour Party who gathered in Abakaliki, the Ebonyi state capital, to rally in support of their presidential candidate Peter Obi. The Take It Back movement, in a release on Saturday by its Director of Media and Communications, Dr. Chidi Nwanyanwu. So this Chidi Nwanyanwu, I suspect this might well be worship media. So worship media might well be the element behind this. So this sounds very much like what, because he likes to call himself Dr. Chidi, doesn't he? The Take It Back movement, in a release on Saturday by its Director of Media and Communications, Dr. Chidi Nwanyanwu, described the action of the police as criminal, lawless, and a flagrant disregard for the right to peacefully assemble. Correspondents earlier reported that the police operatives tear-gassed the rally and went ahead to arrest some of the members of the political rally in a needless clampdown on the Labour Party supporters. The Take It Back movement noted that whilst insurgents and other sorts of armed criminals roamed the country freely, the Nigerian police were only bothered with lawful and harmless political rallies. The statement reads, the Take It Back movement strongly condemns the violent repression of supporters of Labour Party who had gathered in Abakaliki to rally in support of their candidate. We describe the action of the police as criminal, lawless, and a flagrant disregard for rights to peacefully assemble. And a flagrant disregard for rights to peaceful assembly. Yes, so that's what they wrote. We worry that whilst insurgents and all sorts of armed criminals have made the entire country unsafe, especially with the recent deadly attack on Ifeanyi Uba's convoy, the police has chosen, unsurprisingly, to concern itself with indulging in criminal repression of peaceful gatherings and offering itself to be used by the ruling party APC to repress opposition. We wish to remind the police that as an institution funded by the Nigerian people, it is duty-bound to protect our rights to peaceful assembly and ensure the maximum protection of Nigerians, whether they are in political rallies, protest meetings, or other activities within the confines of their constitutional rights. Whilst we'll call on all well-meaning Nigerians to rise against the fascism of the APC and its attempts to make the electoral process violent and non-credible, we also call for the immediate arrest and prosecution of all officers involved in the lawlessness that happens today in Abakaliki. Meanwhile, we call on all Nigerians to understand that a real political change can only come through a revolutionary alternative like Omoyele Sowore and the African Action Congress, AAC, instead of negotiating with fascists like David Umahi, like Peter Obi is doing. What is needed is to call the bluff of these rogue elements once and for all. This takes real and tested courage, and we urge all Nigerians who want to build another country away from want and war to ignore all sentiments and join the revolution train, for it is such principled and ever ready train that can defend the votes of Nigerians come 2023 elections. So there it is right there. The Showore space, let's put it that way, the Showore space leap into the defense then of Anambra Born. So the Showore space leap into the defense of Anambra Born. So there it is. I wonder what the Yam heads from that space have to say about that. So the Yam heads from that space, I wonder what they have to say about this as well. Our dialogue with IPOB Yoruba Nation agitators, others, is still the Yam Yam from Anambra. The Yam Yam from Anambra. Peter Obi, presidential candidate of the Labour Party, says he will dialogue with every agitating group in Nigeria if elected president in the 2023 election. Presently, the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB in the southeast and the Yoruba Nation agitators in the southwest are agitating for a breakaway from Nigeria. There is agitation all over Nigeria. The first question you will ask yourself is, why the agitations? Why were there no agitations years back? What happened suddenly? I'll dialogue, I'll negotiate, I will plead with all agitators for us to be one family and start solving it by doing things based on justice. It is injustice and unfairness that brings all this. There is agitation even in my house. If I do things wrongly, my wife will agitate. That is why you negotiate and beg people. You don't solve all these things by confrontation. Mr. Obi said in a video published on our Intelligent Media. Agitation for breakaway in the regions of the Southeast and South-South, predominantly by the Igbos and Yorubas respectively, has heightened in recent times. A former Anambra governor, Mr. Peter Obi, has garnered huge support across the country since he threw his heart into the ring on the platform of the Labour Party. Mr. Obi, a frugal personality who is perceived as a better alternative to other candidates, is campaigning on making Nigeria a production economy and cutting the cost of governance. He is up against Bola Tinubu of the ruling All Progressives Congress and People's Democratic Party PDP's Atiku Abubakar and other candidates. So the tail end of that tells you that this is an obedient writing this. Thank God Sebastian is the name of the element responsible for that piece. Thank God Sebastian. So thank God Sebastian and thank God for this. So this is now the final readout. Being president is for your benefit, not me. Atiku tells Nigerian youth. So there it is. The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party PDP, Atiku Abubakar, says he is running for president in 2023 to better the lot of young Nigerians. You are the youth. It is your tomorrow. If you decide to come out and protect the process, good for you. Me, I have lived my life. What I am doing now, I am doing it for you, Mr. Atiku said. The former vice president between 1999 and 2007 disclosed this in a video shared on his Facebook page on Sunday, in which he was speaking to young Nigerians. He stated that at this stage, let's see if we can actually see that. Let's see if we can actually see that that Facebook post. Let's just see if. Hold on. Let me just see if it. All right, we'll see if we can. We'll see if you can. Let's see if we can. We'll see if we can have a view of that, and then we'll shut down. If there's nobody here to take it on. Let's just let's grab this. Let's grab this and react to it, and then we'll shut down if there's nobody there to take it on. Hold on. Let me just upload this because it is always instructive to note. I know they give Shi Shi, but you're handing out bags of rice. It's just the hypocrisy. It is just the hypocrisy. It is an annoyance. But let me give you the final readout of this article piece. So it's just a short read. Let me actually take it from the top again since I broke it up just now. The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Atiku Abubakar, says he is running for president in 2023 to better the lot of young Nigerians. You are the youth. It is your tomorrow. If you decide to come out and protect the process, good for you. Me, I have lived my life. What I am doing now, I am doing it for you, Mr. Atiku said. The former vice president between 1999 and 2007 disclosed this in a video shared on his Facebook page on Sunday, in which he was speaking to young Nigerians. He stated that at this stage in his political career, all he was interested in was to guide you, protect you, and defend your interests as long as I am strong, healthy, and alive. So I'm not quite sure about the strong and healthy bit. He's a 78-year-old man. Mr. Abubakar has since 1993 sought 5 times and failed to be Nigeria's president, failing at party primary level 3 times and twice in the main election. At 75, Mr. Atiku will contest the 2023 elections against the All Progressive Congress APC candidate Bola Tinubu, the Labour Party's candidate Peter Obi, and several others. So there it is right there, and there it is right there, and here they are right here. San Diego, I see you. Saki, Father, I see you, and Kulata, I see you. So good to have you, gentlemen. Alexander Akashe, your system is not connecting, so we're not able to have you on the screen. So let's go straight to it, and let's come up first with man of prestige. Now you confuse us with so many names, but man of prestige, are you ready to go?
Hey, one man, one man, you should get used to it right now. Go to the next person. If I come next, money.
All right. When you do come next, try and fix your system because it's already woofing. So we can barely hear you already. But try and fix that for when you come on. Let's go to Saki Father. Say if he's ready to go. Saki Father.
One man, the greatest man in this world.
Look at that. So I know they give Shi Shi, but I'm giving bags of rice and vegetable oil. The hypocrisy of your man, Saki Father.
We know they give Shi Shi. We know they give Shi Shi. That has been our we have been consistent with that, you know. Yeah.
So what are you making of the bags of rice being handed out then in Peter Obi's by the Peter Obi team?
Of course, those things are things done by support groups, you know. This is organic movements, you know. Anybody can come with anything from any support group. The thing is not like Peter Obi is doing it or coming from Labour Party. That is support group, so they can do whatever they want to do. One thing about these support groups is that they are not like organized. They don't have organized structure. Everybody is just doing what he wants to do in his own capacity from anywhere.
Are you telling me that somebody has gone and spent 50, 60, 100 million naira on bags of rice, on buying rice, printing bags, rebagging them, buying vegetable oil?
That is not bag of rice. That is like cups, like sachets of. It's not like one bag. It's something. The person did it like the way you have a sachet of.
It's not sachet. Though. I have it. I have it right here. It's not a sachet. It's an actual with vegetable oil. Do they add the? That's it right there.
I've seen the picture before. That thing is not bag.
There's at least 20 cookings in these bags.
No.
For a family of five. For a family of five.
Each of that thing you see is like 2 cups of rice or one.
Look at this guy. I know they give CC and the ororo and the vegetable oil. But you know, they look at it. It's unbelievable. It's you know, it's the hypocrisy that kills the space. You know, the hypocrisy.
He's not coming from Peter. He's coming from support groups. You know.
All
Let me,
right. Is,
let me,
is
let
is
me
this
tell
what
you.
they are
Let me
spending the
tell you something.
American money on? The American money that they're going to get.
Let me tell you something. You know,
Mm-hmm.
there are many rich people that can even do this for people. There are very many. I can call one person in Igbo land that can even bring money that even will do all these things in a twinkling of an eye. You know, there's someone like in Anambra. I don't know whether you know this out there is in Anambra State. Very
Everybody
rich
knows
man.
Ataize, but he's not an
So,
obedient, is he?
Ateze is the way Ateze has always played his politics in the past. He supports everybody. Like during the time of Jonathan, he gave Jonathan money. He also gave Buhari money at the same time. So he's not interested in particular person. He's just interested in I will give everybody money. Whoever wins will still be on my side. So that's the way he does his things, you know. So
If it was Tinubu giving out bags of rice and vegetable oil, will you be tempering it down in the manner that you're doing now?
well, I'm telling you because I'm part of the disobedient thing. So I know it's
Were you
coming
the
from
one
somewhere.
defending him on Twitter? Because I'm suspicious that it is you.
No. I don't try it on Twitter. I don't even chat on Twitter. I just go to Twitter to see what is happening.
All right. All right. I have my suspicions. If I,
One second, one man. Can I quickly interject and leave quickly because I have
sorry, who's that? Is that
Alexander.
Oh yeah, Alexander. I'll go to have you. You sound somewhat northern. Yeah, you say you don't come on so often. We're not even used. So here is Alexander. Let's hear from
Okay.
you, Alexander.
I just decided to come today because today is a special day for somebody. I think today is one man's birthday, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, you remember? Well done.
So I wanted to wish one man a happy
Today is
birthday.
your birthday.
Well, you know, we don't count those things. Once you're past 21, who cares? But thank you,
Yeah,
Alexander.
more years, more blessings. I have to go right now because I decided to quickly come on to say happy birthday to you. And I
Thank you.
have to
Thank you
go
for
back.
remembering. I'm surprised that you remembered, but I'm pleased that you do. Oh, well done.
Have a fantastic day, guys, and I'll be in the background listening. Take
All
care.
right, great guy. So that's our number one right there. So thank you, Alexander, for that. You know, that cheered me up. So there it is. But let's go back to the flogging of the man from Anambra.
Let's sing happy birthday now.
No. What is that
Eh?
now?
Ọjọ́ ìjókòó ẹ o.
Happy birthday, woman.
All right, thank you. Well done. So I'll remember you next time, and I'll embarrass you as well, Alexander Akashi. But there it is. So,
Mama, happy birthday. It's something to celebrate.
all right, thank you. I wonder if I'll get the bag of rice and vegetable oil, my own share, as a birthday present from Peter Obi. Is it on the way to me? I'm in Kent. Just say one man Kent. They'll find me.
No. We will send you money to UK. We'll send you some money.
All right, but it's really quite a thing, you know. It's just the level of hypocrisy. If this was Tinubu handing out rice, this place there'll be people 10 voices on top of each other. They have started again. No, it's a criminal, a bullion van. But now Peter Obi is handing out bags of rice. Oh no, don't worry about it. What is this?
But we have told you.
Happy birthday, woman.
All right, thank you. So yes,
What happened yesterday? It seems like all your video was disappeared from this thing. What actually happened?
I'm in dispute with YouTube at the moment, but I'm battling with them. But don't worry, it will soon be resolved.
Oh, okay.
But I'm still live. I'm still streaming, so it still carries on. But I'm in dispute with them at the moment.
What's the cause of the dispute?
I'm multi-stream. No, it's really just I multi-stream on several platforms, and some of the videos were clashing. So I'm explaining to them what is going on, and they're looking into it. So so it's not anything. I'm not restricted in any way, but I still, as you can see, I'm still here. So it still carries on.
You know, that yesterday, all your video was disappeared. I don't know what they did to it, but this morning I saw them back.
Don't worry, they're still there. You know, are they back on?
Yes, they are back on.
Yeah. So that means they are working on it. So they're working on it, but we carry on anyway because we cannot pause a moment to let this Anambra character pull the wool over our eyes. So we're still here to tackle down the. It's still 250 million, but it tells you it's an honest man. It says it's a new politician. He's handing out bags of rice and vegetable oil. You know, everything changes, but remains.
I hope you have your dagger.
One man, let me wish you a happy birthday.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Alexander. Good to see you.
Okay.
Oh, why is your voice so flat?
I just woke up and I heard Alexander say happy birthday, so I wanted to just check in and say a happy birthday to you. I'm still half asleep, but happy birthday to you. How old are you today? 50?
Oh, don't worry. I'm 21.
I could.
I'm 18. 18.
I can find out easily, though, right?
I'm legal to drink now, so that's all I'm admitting to.
Okay. God bless you. Have a good day. Okay.
All right. Thank you. So enough of the birthday. So thank you, Alexander. So enough of the birthday stuff, and back to Peter Obi. Let's carry on.
Emmanuel, what I know is that one man will end up voting for Peter Obi at the end of the day.
You know, if Peter Obi ends up the president, I wouldn't object to it. But if he does it honestly, it's just because Peter Obi is not going to destroy the country, and he will attempt to do good, even though it's beyond his capacity. So it's not that I viscerally object to him. It's just the hypocrisy, the lies telling, and him trying to pull a fast one. And I don't really think it's the best candidate either. I think Atiku is probably the best candidate, but there we are.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's because of you have seen Atiku's maybe a manifesto, and people can write things. Forget about writing. There are a lot of. If I call Kulata now to write for me, you will be surprised what he's going to put.
I think Kulata is actually part of the team writing his. Kulata, are you part? You are part of the team writing his manifesto, are you not?
No. I have a friend that I think is helping them. All right.
So one thing is to write, another thing is to know what has been written. You know? So people, we have a lot of Nigerians that can write. You know? I can just pay 1 or 2, 3, 10 professors and call them, please put down something that will look so great. You know, they will write, put down something. Then I present it. One man will just say, this person has very big plans and do stuff, you know.
All right. Is everybody in bed? Where is the energy? Where's the energy? Are you in bed too? Are you in America, Saki Father?
Because yes, I just was like having rest. So, you know.
All right, because I know the Americans are still in bed, you know, those is lazy Americans. That's why they're so far. But let me take you to another space, Saki Father, still with the Peter Obi space. Showore now leaps to the defense of the Obi movement, whose attempts to rally in support of him was truncated in Ebonyi State. So what are you then making then of Obi backing, of rather Showore backing the obedient movement's rights to rally? So this is Showore, of course. It's a bit like Femi Falana. He's only interested in fair play and balance.
Anyway, Showore is, like I told you, he's an activist. He has always been in activism, you know. And that is why it appears that people are not so much buying into his politics, because activism is somewhat some other way of thinking in Nigeria. So politics is also another different way of thinking. Although there is some common grounds between the two of them, but at the end of the day, activism in Nigeria, you need to speak up and do certain things. So I don't think the Nigerian political space will so easily bite. And moreover, it appears that Nigerians are beginning to see some of people who claim to be activists in the past You know, what they are now trying to, the character they are trying to exhibit right now, makes some people begin to wonder if a lot of people who claim to be activists are really quite what they are. Examples like what's this guy, this barrister in government now? This son? What's the
Festus
name again?
Keyamo.
Yes, Festus Keyamo, Adeyanjo, and the likes. So in fact, people are calling them now cash activists. People say they are not activists, they are cash activists. So, but what Showore did is commendable. Every good person should speak up. But I think, me personally, I don't think the governor of Ebonyi State is aware of that and that happened. I don't really think.
I think he has come out to sort of speak on it. I've not really read his rebuttal, but they've come out to address the space. Actually, yes, let me actually bring you it just for balance. Let me bring you it. Hopefully, it's a quick read. Let me just bring you it. Why we dispersed rally by Peter Obi supporters in Ebonyi, the police. The police in Ebonyi State have justified their decision to disperse hundreds of supporters of Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi, who gathered for a rally on Saturday. The police accused the obedient, the nickname of the supporters of Mr. Obi, of not paying the required fees and acting. So the police accused the obedience, the nickname of Peter Obi supporters, of not paying the required fees and attacking police officers. Correspondents reported how the police dispersed the political gathering on Saturday morning in Abakaliki, the state capital. In a statement sent to journalists, the Ebonyi police spokesperson, Chris, I won't attempt his last name, said the police acted based on the rules of engagement. Mr. Chris also suggested that the police acted based on the request of the Ebonyi government over the non-payment of approved fees. Mr. Chris, the superintendent of police, said the supporters met with the police before the rally, but failed to make the payment approved by the state government. The supporters also failed to pay another refundable fee as collateral in case of any damage to government properties during the rally. Nigerian law does not require a police permit or payment before lawful rallies or protests are held. The police only needs to be informed so that they can provide the necessary security. However, some state governments have started putting campaign rules in place ahead of campaigns for the 2023 elections, which starts later this month. Some of the rules include payment of money. So there's actually, I am aware of that because in Anambra State, for instance, Soludo has cleverly put a price tag on pasting posters. So if you want to paste your campaign poster, then you have to go via their advertisement board. So that's the response, Asake Fada, from the Anambra space, from the Ebonyi space. Yeah.
Anyway, the police they are just telling lies. We all know what happened. It's not even the first time. There was a time obedience organized something in either Abakaliki or Afibo again in Ebonyi State. They organized like clean-up exercise on a Saturday. They came in mass to do clean-up and use that platform to they were wearing all these obedient polos and t-shirts. So they came to do cleanup and police dispersed them. So it's not as if it is the second time this happened. So this one that happened yesterday, because immediately it happened, I just came to Twitter and I saw a Twitter space immediately that was organized to address it. And we were getting feedback. So one of the organizers called the commissioner of police in Ebonyi State and told him this is what is happening. Why are they police dispersing people? The commissioner said clearly that he is not even aware of that. He's not aware of that. They called the PR, is it the public relations officer of police in Ebonyi? They said the same thing, but they are not aware of that. So now, after 10-20 minutes of that, the commissioner of police gave order again that people should continue with their protest. So these reasons they are cooking up now, I think they are just trying to tell lies and find reasons to they must, of course, police now, they must come out to dish out some reasons. But one thing I know for sure, I think I'm very convinced in my own mind. I'm not saying I've read it in paper. I'm very convinced that the governor of Ebonyi State is not aware of that and that happened. So let's not just say it is the governor that gave them.
But the police said it was the government that invited them in. That was what they said in that place.
I've also had another version. The government spokesman, the spokesman of the government of Ebonyi State came out yesterday and was saying that it was that there was a problem that was that bickered between some factions and Labour. Is it the Labour chairman in Ebonyi State and another faction, and that problem lingered. So the police wanted to keep it in check, and that was why the police started dispersing people. So I've had the other different versions. So I don't think it is.
Hello, mommy.
In my own view, I wouldn't say it is from mine.
Hey, Saki father.
Yeah.
Saki father. I saw that too. The spokesman for the government when he came and spoke about it being an obedience people that it disrupted stuff. So it's a very complicated story. I don't even believe anything they say, but go ahead anyway.
All right, but it's really the waywardness and the rowdiness and just the uncivil manners of the obedient space, obviously.
Stop it, one man. Stop it.
But we know them now. Are they not a violent bunch? They're known for their violence.
That's fine. Just stop it. Stop it.
One man it was
one man. Hello, one man. Let me ask you, one man. Since the obedient movement started in other states, have they been doing all the rascadat that you're calling them? Have they been coordinating themselves? Why peculiar to Ebonyi State?
Because they have a certain reputation for being violent, don't they?
No. One man, I said they have been organizing themselves in like almost all the states. Why peculiar to Ebonyi State? Say they are violent there.
Well, they have done this in Nasarawa. They can't try it in Nasarawa now because the Northerners won't tolerate it.
They have done it in Imo State, Enugu State, and other states. Why Ebonyi State? It's just because I would say that the governor is solely aware or maybe sponsor it, but he has a little connection with that. Let me just put it that way.
But Ebonyi State is an APC state now.
Yes, that's what I'm saying now. So he has a little connection to what happened.
It's Tinubu's fault, Abi.
One man. Nobody's saying Tinubu here now.
All right.
One man.
I'm only asking, because the last session they came up with some lawsuit that's just from random person, and they said it's Tinubu. So I wonder.
You don't want to go there now.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm coming to you next because somebody has been reporting matters to me regarding you, but I'm coming to you in a moment.
Okay. One man, can I say something here?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, one man. This sitting here. I just want to say something quickly.
Go on.
I know where you stand. Anyway, I've been to your classroom before, and I love to challenge people, and that's my duty to do that when I see people going astray. And you mentioned something. I actually know where you stand. Your stance. But I want to say something here.
More than me. If you know where I stand,
no.
you know more than
when
me.
you say Showore condemn the obedient movement.
No, he didn't condemn the obedient movement. No. He condemned the Ebonyi State for stopping them from rallying.
He condemned the police brutality.
Yes.
And then you are saying, here we come, come to the rescue of obedience.
Yes.
Now, do you want to tell me that if that's the protests of Sowore were going on somewhere, and police, come there and disrupt the protest, do you think Obi will never condemn it at the same time?
Obi has never. What has Obi ever condemned?
Now,
did Obi condemn the Deborah Samuel thing? He did not.
No, okay. Did Atiku condemn the Deborah Samuel?
He did, and he withdrew it.
So is it not a hypocritical? Is it not a hypocritical the same way you are?
Yeah, but Obi, I think he's a hypocrite now. We know.
Yeah,
that.
the same way you are. You are a hypocrite as well. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
How so?
Okay, let me make it clear to you. I know. Listen.
What is your point? Where are you
No. You've accused me of hypocrisy, so you better back it up.
Listen to me. See, one man, I know him very well. I know where he stands for, and my duty as an Igbo man is to come to any platform. I know our problem. Our problem right from 1914 during the Civil War is because we have.
And there we are. It didn't even take a moment, and we're back there.
Now that we have the media, we are not going to allow you people to use the
you people. Look at that.
To go against our people anymore.
Your people. Support I don't think Obi wants to be president of Nigeria. Is it your people?
I don't care about Nigeria election. I don't care about Obi. Fuck Obi, an Igbo man.
No, but please mind the language. Don't use foul language.
That last time you said something about Nnamdi Kanu that he's a ex-convict or something like that. I know where you stand for. I know you are an Igbo hater.
What is your point? What is your point?
It's a rant, isn't it? It's a rant. But don't run away. Don't run away after you've had your rant, too, because that will make you a coward. So I'll get the right to reply. If you run away, you're a coward.
Tell me where I know you in London. I can fly, come and meet you, so we can discuss video it, so we can discuss it face to face.
So you can punch me in the face, Abi. So you can punch me in the face. What are you doing now?
One man. Yes. I know your mind.
I know my mind. Are you?
How can you know? How can you say that? How can you say you know somebody's mind? My friend, if you don't have anything reasonable to say, I have a topic. If you want to talk about the topic, talk about the topic. Stop telling people you know their mind.
Hold on.
You don't have that time.
Hold on, everybody. Hold on. When I say when I say everybody, can you hold on? I'm going to mute you, but I'm not removing you, and don't run away. So when I say hold on, I mean everybody. So hold on, you C2. So C2, you are going to have the floor, but I want you to articulate yourself and express yourself. So calm yourself down and express yourself. The only thing that I'm inviting you not to do is to use foul language. So there's nothing you can say that will make me remove you unless you start to swear. So go for it. Let's have it.
Right. Who are you calling yam yam? Who are the people you're calling yam yam?
The yam heads now.
Yeah, who are the people?
Well, I think prime example. We've just had a prime example right now.
Explain it to your viewers and the people that is listening to us.
I don't have to explain. You've just demonstrated what I meant.
But you want me to debate? You want me to debate with you, right?
Is this not yam behavior? Are you not acting like a yam?
No, this is not what we listen. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. You said you want to hear from me, and then your audience are laughing. That is why Nigeria is where it is.
No, you
just don't want to let me say something.
And I'm telling you that you are a good example of what
I am not a hypocritical human being like you. I said it here. I know where you stand for, and any Igbo man who is listening to you are bastard. I've said it to your platform before.
Listening to me now. You not see? I know your mind. You are a
Listen,
you think before you talk.
You love to people, but you hate them.
Hold on. Let's have a conversation. Hold on.
I want to have a conversation with
you. Okay, you just want to rant. Okay, go for it.
Yes, you don't want me to. Allow me to say my point.
But you are just shooting yourself in the foot. I say people. I refer to you. Oh no, hold on. I want this guy to vent his plane. Vent your spleen. So you said I refer to people as yam heads, and then you come and demonstrate yam head behavior.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Listen.
Hold on. Are you an Igbo man?
I am a born proud Igbo man and a Biafra to the core. Who are you? And who are you? I ask you, who are you?
I'm your man from Oyo laughing, but you are listening to me now. So what did you say an Igbo man listening to me is? What did you just call them?
Any Igbo man who does, let me say, any Igbo man who did not see the handwriting of you and your hypocritical and your hatred of Igbo man is a bastard. Because I'm not a bastard. Because that
right, but you're listening to me,
you. Because I know who you are. I know who you are.
How do you even know you're not a bastard?
No, he don't say that he is. Now he said any Igbo man listening to me. Please. I'm going to mute you for a moment. I did say anything you like, but don't use foul language. So you've used it once, but don't use it again. But express. I'm sure. Can you hold on, please? I'm sure you have the language skills to express yourself without foul language. So express yourself, but no foul. Everybody knows that I don't allow foul language. So go for it. Give it your best shot. Give it your best shot.
Let me say something. The last time you called Nnamdi Kanu a convict, how many times have you called Sunday Igboho a convict? Or Akintoye? How many times have you condemned your own people? I ask you. You fool, you idiot. How many times have you done?
Okay, I did say not to use foul language.
I am asking because I need to tell you who you are. I'm not afraid to tell you who you are.
Okay, speak in Igbo. If English is a struggle for you,
I am telling you, I learn English. English is not my language. And I don't give a shit whether I get it right or wrong. I need to tell you that you are a human being and the Igbo. I am Yoruba. Your audience are listening to you. You one man. I know you, and you hate Igbo people. I am not going to all Yoruba people, but I'm declaring it to you because anywhere I go and see any Yoruba man hate Igbo person, I will go there and challenge him and tell him you are not better than any Igbo man. You are not.
So you are the defender of the Igbo culture. You wear a cape. You know, if you're a reciprocal hero, you must wear a cape. Do you wear a cape as the defender, like Batman? You wear a cape.
He didn't. I said it for my people to hear.
All right, round it off so that we can get back to
I know you. I am not hiding it. You know yourself. And the same way, that's why I say, where are you? I will fly to where you are so we can video ourselves.
And punch me in the face, but the obedience are not violent.
I want to confront hypocritical people. You are a very dangerous human being. Forget about these people that come to.
All right, I'm not the one wanting to fly to go and attack people. You are the one.
People that I confront evil.
Oh my goodness
me! I confront demon in his face. I'm not hide of
demon.
Okay, I think it's enough. It's not. There's nothing coming out of this.
All right. Thank you, Setu. All right. Thank you, Setu. No. All right. The language is getting a bit too vulgar. So, all right. Thank you. So thank you. You know, it started so sluggishly, but thank you for providing that little bit of energy. So that's a bit of energy from the yam head from the southeast.
So that guy is not representative of Igbo people, please.
At all. It's not an Igbo man. It's an Okoro. You have to know the distinction.
Please.
It's an Okoro. It's not an Igbo man is somebody like Saki Fada, man of prestige, Emmanuel. These are Igbo men. That's not an Igbo man. That's a man on medication.
Yeah, I don't even understand why he's angry. I don't even understand why he's angry because everybody has his own opinion. So
no,
even though people are
it's not today. I think it's been pent up about me for a good while. So it's just that.
This is not new to one man. We have a lot of them that comes around.
Do you know why he's angry?
You go and drink alcohol after that and get himself even angrier. But let's carry on.
He's angry because someone like me and the man, we are bastard.
Look at that.
So that's why.
He says any man listening to me is a bastard, and he's listening. Look at it. It just tells you the level of function there. But let's abandon him quickly. Let's go to this space, Saki Fada. Our dialogue with IPOB Yoruba Nation agitators, Peter Obi. So he's saying that persuasion and conversation, rather than the approach of Buhari, is what his tack will be if he becomes president, with the agitation space. So the conversation then with Nnamdi Kanu is what I'm especially interested in. Is he going to persuade him then not to fight for his own people's freedom? Is this what it is? And is the whole IPOB thing then, by extension, just a grab for power?
Yeah, I think this was an interview he made. He has repeatedly said it in many occasions. You know, whenever they ask him questions about IPOB and those things, he always say he has to approach it with a dialogue and what do we call it again? Dialogue and conversations. You know, I believe in one man. I believe that every Nigerian is a very good person, you know. It's just all this agitation we see in Nigeria is because certain group of people feel that they are reminded. For instance, the Igbo people or southeastern people, so to say, majority of them might maybe have been feeling that the government of the day appears to intentionally be reminding them of those things that maybe happened in the past. So maybe they felt it is becoming too much for them, and that is why they are showing this agitation. Sunday Igboho too is also feeling the same way. He's feeling that there is injustice in the system, and he feels that his own people are not being well represented. You know, I don't think this Sunday Igboho thing started even. I think it started during this particular administration. You know, so there was something Hassan Kuka said one time. He was narrating the story of when he was made to be part of the Oputa panel and part of the Ogoni People's Reconciliation. He said that before the Oputa panel, that they went around the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria, and anywhere he goes, he find out one thing, that every part of Nigeria feels hot. Every part of Nigeria is hot. So, and he came to the conclusion that government of the day, you know, it is very important to sit down to a table and discuss with people. You don't use force always for certain things, because when you use force, those people are going to, there could be some kind of attitude inoculation. So I think that's the best way to go. Definitely, when he uses maybe dialogue and gives people a condition to come and reconcile, at the end of the whole dialoguing, we will still see people that we say they don't believe in dialogue. So to me, if those people are still there, you can now deal with those people. That is my point. We are better. We are better as one Nigeria than separate parts. That is what I feel. We are better becoming one Nigeria than being a very separate, fractured parts. You know? So I feel that Nnamdi Kanu is a human being. In fact, there was a time he was called. Remember, around 2017, when the agitation was too heated up, the whole governors of Eastern Zone called him to a meeting and asked him, is there any condition that you give up Biafra? He said, no. They now asked him, suppose we don't give you Biafra, but suppose now we start with restructuring. Suppose we restructure Nigeria. Will you still be fighting for Biafra? I remember his answer. He said, let the government do restructuring first. That was his answer. He said, let the government restructure first. But the question is, will the government restructure? That was his answer in 2017. So I feel that all these agitations, he's a human being, you know, like, dialogue, consultation, you know, discussions, a frank conversation, and commitment to deliver on that very agreement of those conversations. We boil all these things down, you know. I don't think that when Nigeria is restructured and I don't think that when every region is feeling sense of belonging, you know, imagine a situation where we have like maybe all these security personnel, these defense staff and those things, all those security architecture. Imagine a situation where there are 6, and these very 6, each one of them is coming from each geopolitical zone. People will not be here talking about a fractured security system. We will feel everybody is carried along, and I don't think there will be need for these agitations. So that's me.
All right, thank you, Sakavada. So thank you, Sakavada. So Saki, for time, let me go from you to Man of Prestige who joins us. So Man of Prestige, it's been brought to my attention that you got this sort of treatment that I just got now on the Edo space from the lunatic, otherwise known as Pansat. So Walter Mitty character, Walter Mitty. And by the way, Walter Mitty is a Walter Mitty personality, Pansat. And Pansat, I know you are listening. So Walter Mitty Mitty. So I know you don't know that because, of course, you are not educated to that level. So, so what are you making of all that? Well, the flocking you got has been reported to me that they were slapping you around for coming here. Did they not tell you not to come here anymore? Your master's in Edo, empty head from Edo.
Let me begin my conversation. She said, "Good morning or good afternoon over in London. Good evening in Australia, wherever you are. Great platform. I salute everybody." All right, let's begin with that platform I went there yesterday. But you know what? I went there yesterday. But before I proceed, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, one man.
Oh, you've written down some questions. Look at this guy. He's come with
I think I know why he didn't come yesterday.
Why?
He probably went to view the coffee, and he was standing there for 17 hours.
It's awful, isn't it? Some people are collapsing. They are collapsing. It's a 24-hour wait. So what's the point of all that? Just to go and take selfie. And by the way, it's a closed coffin, and a lot of people are suspicious that the lady is not even in the coffin. Yeah, but there it is. No, people are speculating.
Yeah, two more questions. That's the first thing. I'm going to ask one man all this morning. Why is the queen, who has unofficial authority, why is it more powerful when people make it more powerful than the prime minister, even more powerful than our president Buhari? I'm gonna put Buhari here. Why is it more powerful than Biden? Tell me why. Why is he so powerful? He has
because the queen and the monarchy, they are hereditary heads of state of the country. So their position in the society as the hereditary head of state of the country is not subject to anybody's say so or not. So a prime minister will come and a prime minister will go, but the monarch remains the same. So that's really, they don't have any actual real constitutional power, but they have power of longevity and just their position in society. So, I mean, they can't sway an election. They cannot say they don't want this prime minister sack him. But, I think it's just really the fact that they have hereditary powers. It's just that's what it is.
Okay. Now
one man ask a question based on that. Please, let me ask you a question, because this family, this royal family, has been there for so many decades, so many years. So, is there any possible way royalty can be taken away from Charles families, or is just that lineage forever?
No, it's that lineage forever. They don't have ruling families as they do in other cultures. It's just yes. So
you may have a King Edward abdicated his throne. Because if Edward did not abdicate his throne, Elizabeth will now come in. It was Edward's. Someone remind me.
Edward was still part of that family by my memory.
Yes, but I think Emmanuel, what I'm trying to explain is still within the bigger family. But if one of them kind of like messes up, it's still within that larger family. But the Edward guy married an American woman and said he was no longer interested in being king. So they is it his junior brother or whatever, Elizabeth's father, they made that one king, but still within that Windsor, whatever they call their family.
One way can be taken away, one man is...
I think it's similar to the Saudis, is it not? But yeah, let's hear from you, Izon.
One way can be taken away, one man, is invasion. So maybe Biafra, maybe Indigo brothers, you can invade the UK, overthrow the
or if the United Kingdom declares itself a republic, but it won't still be remove them because they still keep their crown and But so yeah. Anyway, so that's that. That's as far as I know, But I'm not a monarchist. I only funnily enough, and really, the only member of the royal family that I like is Prince Harry, and there are speculations that it's not even a Windsor, But there it is.
One man, why was he invited? Harry and Meghan, they were invited and disinvited. That's what I read. I mean, what's going on with that?
No, they were invited. The thing is, he left the army under some sort of circumstances, which then precludes him from being able to wear his an army uniform, a military uniform. But I think by special fiat, they have allowed him to wear it. So I think that was where the controversy was. And I think they said they didn't want Meghan at the ceremony because, of course, she's a black woman.
So
not
the
she's a black woman.
The earlier invitation was by mistake because they invited them and disinvited them, right?
No, they can't disinvite him now. They can't disinvite a grandson from his grandmother's. Who would disinvite him? The whole country will go mad.
Okay. All right, let's go to the topic. You were talking about my appearance yesterday at Niger World.
Yes, and the beating you got from Lunatic Bansat.
I don't know how you got the news, but it doesn't matter.
No, people tell me stuff now. Don't worry. People tell me stuff. They said I should go and check it out, and I checked it out.
Yeah,
I felt for you, man. I felt it was almost like a physical assault the way they went after you.
No. I'm good, but I didn't know the guy name that interrupted.
It's a new lunatic from here. He couldn't hack it here because he wasn't clever enough. So he goes to the Edo dumb people to go and do dumb.
I don't know about that, but it was very interesting. So I don't.
One man point of correction. One man point of correction. You don't just call Edo dumb people. You just session of people.
Not the whole of Edos, but that particular. You know that the whole. I really don't want to do this, but that whole space is a fraud. The guy tells us that he grew up in the United Kingdom. Do you hear that in his voice? He tells you that he's educated. He can't even speak English.
But how do you know one man that he didn't grow up in London? So
because you can't hear. Do you hear any? There's no indication or intonation. You can't grow up in London without some inflection. You can't grow up in the United Kingdom without some inflection.
If you grew up in Peckham, you may have Yoruba.
In Peckham, it's just thick conk, or it's like that osage. It's just some osage. You know what the osages are like now. Guy man.
But one man. How long have you been living in UK? One man.
No, long enough.
You're
talking about my own accent or your accent, eh?
Yes, one man. You don't have UK accent at all.
Well, no, that's fair enough. But I don't speak like him though. That's more the case.
Yeah, but it's okay. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I went to that platform. Everybody goes to different platform. But anyway, that's not going to that platform. I may go again, so it's not important. So let's go ahead with the topic today.
All right. So to the obese space, then I know they give Shi Shi, but instead I give her bags of rice and vegetable oil. So to that.
Wow, when I saw the headline, that's why I wake up early to I said, man, I'm gonna see what man is doing. I know how you are. You put that in the headline, that the caption, that pray for some attention. I said, what does one man got right now? Because I know you're always digging about it, but that's fine. But what you just said doesn't mean anything. So what is so bad about it? Nothing.
Do you not see the hypocrisy? What is the bag of rice for and the vegetable oil? Is that not to bribe voters?
A bag of rice doesn't make you corrupt. After all, it wasn't even done by Obi from what I read.
To bribe voters. To bribe voters.
Okay, that's not the worst bribe. How about billion van? Is that not? It's not.
Look at that. What about?
Yeah.
Man of prestige. A thing of value is a thing of value. It could be money. It could be Ororo. It could be rice. It's still something of value.
Come on now.
Nobody.
Colata.
Are you aware that Obi is not even aware of what is going on? Colata.
Tinubu too can feign ignorance of what's going on now. Any politician can feign ignorance. I mean, it's plausible deniability.
You know what I've noticed? If it's Obi is ignorance. If it's Tinubu, is not ignorance. Anything that Obi does, if it's Tinubu that does it, they will never.
There are too many things now that Obi has been excused.
Well, guys, the difference is San Diego. Let me just throw this in. The difference is Tinubu has a longer history of documented manipulation of the electorate. All right, so not saying Obi is not doing it now. We don't have any strong evidence of that, but there's just a longer track record of Tinubu. So if someone has a longer track record of trying to manipulate the system and it happens again, then you're likely to say yes, the person is manipulating the system. But if someone doesn't have a longer track record and he does it now,
let me put this to you, Aizon. Somebody picks 10 pounds out of your pocket, and another person goes and robs a bank. What will you call the two of them?
Well, there are different levels of thieves. The 10 pounds guy. Wait. The 10 pound guy. The guy who takes the 1 man. Wait, let me answer the question now. You asked me.
1 man, do you
look at that.
1 man, do you know what I'll call it?
No. You asked me a question, Abi.
1 man.
Wait.
1 man, do you know what I will call it?
What would you call it, Saki?
I will call it small sin and big sin. Go and read First John.
Make I answer the question.
Go and read First John.
And you know what I would say? I would say the lesser of two evils is still evil.
No, go and read First John. Go and read First John chapter 5 verse 15 to 18.
Look at that. They even have Bible. Unbelievable.
Hello. Sorry, 1 minute. Can you hear my voice?
Yeah,
can you hear my voice?
Yes, I can hear your voice.
1 minute, can you hear my voice?
I can hear your voice. So if you can hear mine, then the conversation is two ways.
Okay, sorry. I want to say something, please.
Sorry,
let me say something.
Can you let Hazen just land this point first, so that we have some structure? Yeah, I sorry, back to you.
Yes. See, the person that steals 10 pounds from my pocket, and I catch him, I may even try to understand. I say, guy, how far? Now 10 pounds they do you. Then he might say, he hasn't eaten, he lost his job, his wife is pregnant. I can say, you know what, keep the 10 pounds. But the guy who goes in that bank to thief that money, that is an orchestrated, professional ole. And that person has gone in there with resources, because you can't rob a bank without resources. That's a whole nother level. So 1 man, the comparison cannot even land. Can't even begin to land.
All right. So there it is. Clarification. Peter B is just an honest thief. An honest
but
thief.
Anyway,
yes.
I mean, there's different degree of crime, So I mean, crime is crime. That's how I look at crime, But that's what we call petty crime and different degree of crime. I mean, a petty crime can't grade it the same level to, felony. So it's kind of it depends, But they're all crime. That's the way I look at it. So going back to the topic about what we're talking about, bag of rice or yam or whatever. According to what I read, vividly, I didn't follow the whole stuff yesterday. They say it was organized by some obedience, obedience people. So you can't associate that to Obi directly. So do you have any evidence to say it's coming from Obi camp? That's why. Okay, there's one more thing that happened yesterday. That happened in Delta State. Some medical doctors organized what they call clinic work on behalf of Obi. So Okowa, went down and disrupt the whole thing where his authority. I'm not going to say Okowa because somebody in Delta State went and disrupt the whole thing and stop it. So that's like a political vengeance. It doesn't even make sense or those kind of things they're doing. But that's that. So I don't really think. To me, that's not a big deal. If Tinubu does it,
if Tinubu does it, it won't be in this placid, somewhat civil tone that we're hearing from you and Saki. You will be banging the table in rage. If you was Tinubu be honest, if you was Tinubu handing out bags of rice, as you are talking, you will be banging the table in rage.
But
this is the thing.
It depends on who organizes it. That's why I will look at it from that stage.
Okay. Sorry, sorry, man of prestige. Yeah. But I don't want to accuse you of hypocrisy because I like you so much.
I know where you're going. Go ahead.
Okay, you go there for me.
Okay, I know where you're going. You're going about what I said. I think 2 days ago. About the campaign people. The campaign people try to stop Obi match, right?
Oh, well, there you are. Is that hypocrisy?
I said it comes from Obi.
So there it is. You said it came from Tinubu's camp. Yeah.
Yes, I said it come from Tinubu's camp. That's the way I read it. Right. Yeah,
right.
I said that.
But the same set of circumstances now you absolve Peter Obi.
No, it's completely different.
Oh God.
I mean,
son, man of prestige, Abba.
Only 2 days ago. I mean, you see, it's the hypocrisy now. It's the hypocrisy.
One more. I want to clear something. I want to say something. You don't want to give me spelling.
Oh, hold on now. So let man of prestige land. You see, he's now hiding in his cup. Don't hide in your cup, or you stand at you.
No, it's too early here. Okay, I gotta finish up my tea. Okay, I have to have a cup of tea every morning.
Is it green tea? Anyway. Is it mint tea? What sort of tea do you drink?
I normally I have green tea and I have ginger and lemon. But when I have ginger, I put some lime in there, like ginger, mix it up. then the green tea I just drink it blank. So that's what I drink.
Is that to flush your system in the mornings? All right.
Yeah, it's just a routine I developed recently.
All right, brilliant.
But anyway, yeah, I don't really see that anything is. If they are using it, say vote for me. That's different. If they have, I mean, I understand what he's saying. But if they have used this bag of rice or whatever, said, vote for me, maybe during the election, like a bribery. But this is not a bribery. This is just like an activity. Come here, I'm gonna give you a bag of rice.
It's an activity, not bribery.
No.
All right. Okay.
I mean, we all have our own sentiment, but you can accuse me of that, but that's all fine. That's why we are here to have fun.
All right. So there it is. I'm glad you got to the hypocrisy before me. But to Showore then backing Peter Obi's supporters' right to rally in support of him. So this is it now. This is the thing about Showore. People like Showore, Falano, etc. These are not people of sentiments. These are people of principle, and they want things done in the lawful and fair-minded manner. So his criticism of Peter Obi is just a fact-based criticism, just to flash up the hypocrisy. But then when Peter Obi's rights are infringed upon, he's the first to leap in defense. So the balanced view of Showore, contrary to what the obedience will have you see him as.
Well, I can see the other point of view from the obedience. Showore, I mean, I like Showore, like I said, he's always on the activity side, So he defends whenever, he defending whenever it's right, because he did that to Reno Mokori, because of the child stuff. When Reno Mokori came out and said they are trying to, the obedience are, trying to do something to his child, I mean, it's just a human right. So when it comes to that space, it doesn't really matter. Even that's his opponent, his adversary, he's going to do what he's considered to be human right. But on the other hand, if you look what's going on, that's why I'm looking and say, why is so worried? I mean, if you look about 80% of his disdain about the politics is against Obi. Why not share the whole thing, against the Tinubu camp, Atiku camp, but he just specifically focused on Obi. From what I have seen now, I don't know if he has done it towards the other people. Maybe I see very little that he has done towards the other campaign, but he focused on Obi. So I'm looking at it. Does it mean that he's jealous about Obi? Because he should have been in that position. Obi captured those audience. I mean, that's good to be jealous. We are all human beings, so we can be jealous. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, Obi is a political rival now. Obi is a political rival, and he's looking to defeat him.
But if he wants to win, why not focus your attention to three of them, just specifically about 80 to 70% on just Obi? So there has to be certain kind of jealousness that Obi captured my territory. This is the people who would have been for me. I mean, it's all politics, but he just make it so personal sometimes, But he's still a human right, He's going to do what he thinks is right because he has done it. Even he done it. He spoke about the lawyers, the 10 lawyers I told you, or 9 lawyers, that was hired. He said they have a right to do, and he said the same thing, yesterday. And what happened in Ebonyi State. So going to that Ebonyi State too, So I'm thinking, if you want me to say something, I'm thinking the government is aware of it. Yeah, because initially somebody from the aid, somebody from that Omahi aid came up and said it was some disgruntled Obi people, that started the fight. Now they came out with the police stuff and everything. So which one is going to be this? So I'm thinking Omahi, maybe he wasn't in town, as they said, but he's still behind everything that happened. That's just the way the Nigerian campaign operates, But that doesn't even make sense. Why are you doing this? Because if you're doing this, if you force people not to do something, that's going to make them come out and do it more. So that's not even a wise political move if you ask me. Because if you try to suppress people, the more you try to suppress them, like what's supposed to have been happening in Lagos about the 5 million march, that's going to make more people come out for that. It's not a good political move for them to be doing that. That's why I say some of Nigerian politicians, sometimes they're not wise. If people really mobilize, the politics is in people's hands. A lot of the politicians are not wise. I mean, they may have the good head and everything, but they're not wise. It's for people to, decide. Yeah, that's what I think in that regard, man.
All right. Thank you. And very briefly, so to the article space, being president is for your benefit, not me. Article tells Nigerian youth. So and we heard, I think it was actually Babangida that used to use this language back in the day, that I want to fulfill my personal ambition for your benefit. So article to a group of young Nigerians telling them that he wants to be president to protect them and to guide them and to look after them. So what are you making then of that comment by the Adamawa Luther?
Well, it's a good political speech. I mean, does he really mean it? It's a good political speech. I mean, he's going to say that, but when you come to power, is he going to try to help the youth or whatever he's talking about? I mean, it's a good political move to make that kind of speech. But who knows where he's actually coming from? I think he was in Lagos yesterday, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I saw him when he was in Lagos. I mean, he had some crowd. I don't know if they bought there, but but he was there. I saw him with the governorship candidate and the other lady. So I saw they heard him. But it's a good political speech. Yeah, that's all I can say about that.
All right, brilliant. All right, brilliant. So stay with us. For time, let me go from you to Kulata. I'm going to go in the order that is showing on the screen, just to make sure everybody's opinion is sampled. So Kulata, there is no way to paint it other than the word hypocrisy, and even on our own platform, just the language of our Tinubu lawsuit and everything, just 2 days ago with a man of prestige and jewel of Nashville banging the table. And then today, fast forward, he doesn't know anything about it now. How can you? So I know they give Shi Shi, but bags of rice and Ororo Kulata.
Yeah, this is akin to someone saying gentle rape. Nah, it's not rape, but it's just gentle. Like it is what it is. Look, if you're going to politic in Nigeria, there are laws of gravity. Obi cannot defy gravity, and it is showing. So going forward, there will be more like this, but Obi will have opportunity for possible deniability, saying, well, it's only the people that love me that are doing it, though. I'm not personally responsible, though. So at that point in time, you cannot say whatever is doing is wrong because it's just going to deny it. But at the same time, Tinubu's and the articles, they are not claiming they are the ones bribing people directly. So, I mean, the game is still the game. Obi just came to give it a remix. This is the remix. So this Ororo and rice is remix. And Obi can also get away with the fact that he can afford to give people small bags of rice compared to APC PDPs, because they'll say, well, it didn't come directly from me. It's my supporters that love me. That's what I mean. And then people can rationalize that and say, that's what they can afford. So you have...
Is this the output from that American fundraising thing that we're seeing now? Is this the output?
Who knows? I don't think the American money has materialized that quick. I think that one is still cooking. But look, another thing I saw yesterday, but just a picture, so you cannot really extrapolate much from a picture. There was a Jos rally. I mean, there was a lot of turnout. But I saw pictures of some people holding 1,000 naira. So my mind was like, wow, is it 1,000 naira that's going to make people come out? Like, wow, the poverty in that country was terrible. 1,000 naira 1,000 naira to spend a few minutes in the sun. I don't know. But anyway, that one is neither here nor there because I cannot extrapolate anything from it. But as it appears, Obi is not.
Why are you saying that one? We did not see the video or anything. They're holding
I saw a picture. I just told you I saw a picture. Now I didn't see video.
The only money they gave is one elderly woman, a very elderly, that they were contributing money. Yes,
I saw that picture.
She's
they gave that
money from that place. I don't know where you're seeing the 1,000 naira from.
I saw one woman. They said she was holding 1,000 naira. And whether that they paid her for the rally, I do not know. I just told you that I can't extrapolate much from the picture. But Obi, at least we saw the Ororo. Some people call it whether it's juice, whether it's Ororo, we saw that one. And we saw bags of rice. And the problem is that Obi is still responsible, or Labour Party is responsible. The logo on those things is important. They had the party logo on it. So you should be careful. The people that, if people are doing it on behalf of Obi, you better be careful because you cannot let people start putting your logo in all sorts of things. Because if you have your logo on it, it's an endorsement.
Kulata.
Yeah.
You didn't say the same thing when you said 2 days ago when we were talking about Tinubu. You didn't say the same thing you are saying right now.
What were we talking about?
So
Tinubu?
I've never
I've never ever said Tinubu is a clean guy. Me, why would I say that?
I'm talking about the campaign, hiring a 10 lawyer. You questioning me? Where is the lawyer? How do I know?
No, but
so
you see,
that's a hypocrisy going on right now too.
That's not hypocrisy. You said
yes,
you made the bold claim. You made a bold claim there that Tinubu's campaign hired lawyers.
I retreated that. I said I misspoke.
One man pushed you. One man pushed you to the point where it was obvious.
It has nothing to. Nobody can push me. I said I misquoted.
I'm not saying one man pushed you. What I'm saying is you got pushed back because they actually read a newspaper article that did not show it came from Tinubu.
No. One man, he did push me. Then I realized what I'm saying. I'm not saying it in the right way. So that's why I treated it.
And so why are you saying I was being hypocritical?
You're playing the same hypocrisy right now, but that's it's fun, man.
How? I would like to know so I don't do it again if I did it. So
you did that.
Tell me what I did.
When I was talking about the campaign, you said no, there's no way it's going to be Tinubu campaign, or he doesn't know anything going about it.
Yeah, because Tinubu will not be dumb enough to put his name there. That's what I'm saying. Even though it may come from
Nigerian politician, you think they're that smart?
But Tinubu is smart, if for one thing. But did you hear what I just said?
Way in that kind of mini stuff. I mean, you can be smart, but those kind of.
But San Diego, listen to what I just said. I said Labour Party logo is on the bag of rice. Tinubu's hand. You cannot directly link Tinubu to those lawyers, except you have video evidence or something. But in this case, there's the logo of the party. Obi's logo, Obi's thing. So the use of logo.
I understand what you're saying, but my main point
so that one you cannot.
They cannot do that without the campaign authority. There's no way.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying they need to be careful going forward on the use of their logo, because if you have an official logo and it's being misused anyhow, you are liable, because Tinubu cannot be liable for those lawyers because there's nothing that directly ties those lawyers to Tinubu. But everybody can read inference and say, they're acting on behalf of Tinubu. But there's no evidence to tie it. But when you have the party logo on something, then already you have questions to answer.
Not even the party logo, the campaign logo.
The campaign logo.
There is no way you can argue that this is not from the Obi camp.
So there's a difference. There's a difference there, San Diego. That's what I want you to get. There's no way that I'll defend Tinubu for what now? After I know all the atrocities he's committed. So,
my brother.
Yeah.
So, Kolata, I actually want to buttress something here so that let's even get some stuff straight. Since this OB whole thing started, have you ever asked yourself where the money is coming from? They are financing all this mash. Have you ever asked anything?
Okay, you speculate to that space. Yeah, speculate to it, Emmanuel.
Have you ever tried to know where the money is coming from?
Yeah, go on. We're listening. Where is it coming from?
Educators. I'll answer your question, but educators.
Yeah. So let me tell you where this money is coming from. It's not coming from Labour Party. It's not even coming from any politician. It's not even coming from Peter Obi. The first
crowdfunding,
the first match they did for Obi, like when Obi was in PDP, nobody was even aware. No politician was even aware. Let me tell you everything that behind all this thing is, if you know how they finance NSAS, that is what is happening. If you know how the process NSAS, all those people cooking food in the streets.
I don't know how they finance NSAS. Can you tell me how they finance NSAS? I don't know. I'm asking.
You don't know how they finance NSAS?
No, I don't.
That is a commoner like me and you. That's how they finance NSAS.
Okay.
Not even a politician. So all those medical outreach, they have been getting the doctors, getting all this medicine, going for all these rural areas to do it. Labour Party is not even aware of that.
Got it. Okay. So is this unique?
So I'm telling you that
I got you, Emmanuel. Okay. I got your point. Is this unique to Obi? Is it?
What is it?
Is this kind of funding? Wait, is this kind of funding, is it unique to Obi?
Because to me, he
It's
was
a true
even
or false
surprised that
question. It's just a true or false
it's
question. Is it unique to Obi? Yes or no?
It's not unique.
Okay, then there's nothing to say. If it's not unique to Obi, then Tinubu too does it. Atiku too does it. People organize on their behalf of APC.
You know
People
why
organize of
they can't
PDP.
tag that to Atiku? No, wait. You can't.
So that,
you
that
can't say
is the exact same reason you cannot tag something to
You
Tinubu and
can't.
Atiku. So what
You
you're
know
saying
why?
is
You
not
can't.
exclusive. It's not exclusive to
If you
Obi.
know what Falani say, Femi, you
Forget
will
about
not say that.
that's an appeal to authority fallacy. It makes no sense. Whether Falana
Not
said
Falani,
something is not
no,
doesn't make it sacrosanct.
that is the reality. These people have the money. They are even ready to spend it anyhow.
Yeah.
So you can't. I can't be supporting Tinubu and I'll spend my money.
All right, thank you, Manuel. For time, let Kulata just carry on. But yeah.
So I don't know what Manuel is trying to get. There are people that like Tinubu and they're spending their money on Tinubu too. So what you're saying is neither here nor there.
Kolanta, what did Falana say? I just want to know. Sorry,
I don't know. It's Emmanuel that said Falana said something. I don't know. I don't follow Falana like that.
The controversy. Hold on. The controversy around Falana was that Falana recommended that Obi should start going around kowtowing to the old and decrepit politicians, the ones that are brought to the country to its knees.
That's not all what he said. He said that he can't compete with them the way he's going. That these people have acquired mass wealth, I bet, illegally. That because they are going to weaponize. They have weaponized poverty to use that money
Do you understand what he meant by that? Do you not understand what he meant by that?
One man, I know English, so you don't need to change that narrative.
I'm not saying do you understand the words, but do you understand the sentiments being expressed?
I know understand what he said and understand what he meant by that.
Okay, what did he mean?
So he meant that he should not follow their footsteps. He should go maybe one-on-one to meet these people, because these people that he's looking at, even though they didn't meet anybody, they are going to use the money they have acquired illegally to buy these people over.
That wasn't what he meant. What he meant was that Peter Obi should distance himself completely from elements like Obasanjo, Babangida, Abu Salami, all these people that he goes to kowtow to, because that is the space of old politicians like Tinubu, Atiku, etc. And that's money politics. And he cannot compete in money politics. It was inviting him instead to run his campaign contrary to those sort of elements, so that it will isolate them as the people that have destroyed the country, whilst positioning himself as somebody that is coming to rescue the country. But if he goes back to say with,
wait, one man,
so that's what Falana was saying.
He emphasized more on them. He cannot compete with them because they have a mass wealth and they're going to use the money they have gotten illegally.
So what is wrong with that? What is wrong with that?
Let me just take this thing so we can wrap.
Go on. Yeah.
So look, Emmanuel, it's nice to be a fervent supporter of Obi, but as it appears to Kulata right now, this is Kulata. I'm only speaking for myself. Obi is running the same kind of campaign that all the politicians run. The only difference between them, as it appears, because we've seen evidence of godfatherism, going to the godfathers that Femi Falana was talking against. I didn't even pay attention to that. We've seen evidence of inducement, giving people rural oil, vegetable oil, I think, and rice. That's evidence of inducement. Whether the Labour Party logo is there, the Obi's campaign logo is there, that's good enough evidence for me that's coming from Obi camp. So we've seen evidence of like divisive politics with that stuff that they read, that WhatsApp message that they read. So
rhetoric,
so this is just further reinforcement for Kulata, for me, that all things remain the same. Nothing else has changed. The only thing is a different personality style a more accessible personality style, a simply spoken man that doesn't appear to be, doesn't appear like a lord. It doesn't appear like someone that wants to lord over you. But every other thing, now same. So it's old wine in old wine skin. As if I want to go biblical on it, nothing changes. That's my my take.
One man, please. One quick caveat. I agree with what you're saying, but the point you asked, the question you asked, I'm not sure who you are talking to about. Is this sort of funding new to the space? It's pretty novel to the Nigerian space. It may not be on the global level. We've seen it done in other countries where grassroots funding has taken this sort of hold, but in the Nigerian
funding, how did Sowore fund this campaign?
Showore's money for the most part came from a lot of people in the diaspora, but it was nothing compared. Yeah, but it was nothing compared to this. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's not a bigger personality. So where is not a bigger?
It's the same template, but
the same thing.
But this particular sort of template we're seeing, this framework, this sort of funding is very novel. That's what makes it exciting in the sense that a third-party candidate can have this level of drive, push, people coming out, people almost protesting because they're not allowed to rally. It's unheard of.
Let me try and clarify this.
Yeah, it's unheard of.
In 2014, even though APC is not a third-party candidate, third-party party, whatever, it's not. Even though APC is not a third party, there was crowdfunding for Buhari in 2014. I remember very, very well. And in 2019, Sowore, being a third-party candidate, relied 100% on, I'll just say nothing is absolute. I'll say 99% on crowdfunding. So this is not new. Obi has better name recognition. And also the fact that
an ethnic nation behind him.
Obi is in a unique space, being a major candidate from the Southeast region, something that has not happened since 1979.
One man, I beg to differ on the ethnic nation thing. It's not exclusively an Igbo support platform.
No, it's not.
So I think when people try to define it, as an exclusive Igbo support base, yes, the stronghold, the primary base may be Eastern, but the broad scope of his support is nationwide. It's shocking the amount of people that are.
How broad is that scope?
I really beg to differ.
How broad and how deep?
Well, I'll give you an example.
Obi is not an ethnic politician, okay?
It's not.
But it was reading anti-Yoruba text.
One man in every politician you see, right?
Obi is outside candidate.
Yeah, every politician you see has his primary base everywhere, right? Trump had the MAGAs as his primary, but he also had a lot of support from people that didn't want to openly come out and say they were Trumpians. The same way you have this situation. You have his primary base is Southeast, but I can tell you,
it's very majority base, not the primary.
No. His primary base, because one man, if you come with me right now, listen. If you come with me right now to the South, I can take you to a number of states where you'll be shocked the amount of support Obi has. So his primary base is Southeast, right? But there are a lot of people around the country.
Actually, South.
Well, South is, but we can debate that.
You can actually say it's bigger in the
I'm saying his primary
if you remove the Southeastern support from Peter Obi, he would not have support.
No, his primary base is Southeast, but there are a lot of people in a lot of regions.
He would not have support.
Well, I don't know if you can conclude that if you take out the Southeast, you don't have support. After all, your social cultural group came out to support him, and they're far from Southeasterners. So it's Afenifere is the authority of socio-cultural groups in the Southwest. No. The group has supported him. The group has not disavowed what Pa Adebayo said.
They have.
So if the group was not supporting him, then you might have factions within the group that may not agree with it. But as a whole,
let's not. I don't want to belabor this.
Wait. Let me make my point. The fact of the matter is, I think when people try to say oh, this is some sort of Southeastern movement. They're trying to discredit the support the man is getting. And the truth about it is his support, I mean, Edo people are not Southeasterners. They're far from it. So Delta people I know, Urobos, Ishakiris, Ijo National Congress supports him. Pandey supports him. The list goes on and on. Look.
Sorry, every single candidate has a broad scope with a core base. Everything.
Yes, but
Tinubu has a broad scope with a core base. Atiku has a broad scope with a core base. And
yes.
they're all ethnic.
But it's only Obi that does not have bar.
No, but you see, those two people you mentioned, those are coming from the mainstream political parties. This guy came from left a party, did the difficult thing. He could have stayed there and become VP. Did the difficult thing, left the party, went to a party yeah, but one man, he went to a party that you said clearly, I've forgotten what numbers is, but were 5, abysmal in the last election. Exactly. He made the difficult move, and he has garnered this level of support. What we should not do, whether we support him or not, it's fine. But what we should not do one man, is to try to diminish the level of grassroots support that Peter Obi has been able to create in this space.
From the Southeast, yes, I can see
No, not from the Southeast. From all over. Listen, Taraba State has never voted a Muslim governor. Look it up. Taraba State is predominantly Christian. That's where T.Y. Danjuma is from. Benue, leave the autumn thing with PDP. There's even conflict with their governor. Plateau State, did you see what happened when they marched in Plateau State? Listen, this is not. Let's stop driving this narrative that this is a Southeastern thing.
This tribe and religion
politics. One man, you're not understanding him. One man, you're not understanding him.
Let me make my point now. You guys won't even let me lie.
Sorry,
Kulata, make your point.
Sorry, before we go back to you, so sorry, just allow 1 second, Kulata. I think Victor wanted to come in, but he was drowned with the voice by the voices. Victor, you wanted to come in. Victor. Oh, all right, I think it's given up. But back to you, Kulata.
Now that I put food in my mouth. Anyway, Obi is in a unique. The point I was trying to make is Obi is in a unique situation, because this is the first time since 1979, sorry, that we're having a major candidate come from the Southeast. The last candidate that came from the Southeast that was top 3 was Zeke in 1979 election. So how many years is that? That's 43 years that we're having a major candidate coming from the Southeast, and also almost like a stick it to the system kind of candidate, because he left PDP to join Labour Party and he's been able to galvanize support in a decent place. I mean, stronghold in southern Nigeria. There's no argument about southern Nigeria. Northern Nigeria is still a bit debatable, but whatever you like is a force to be reckoned with. And of course,
what are you making? Sorry, Kulata, what are you making of this push that everybody is trying to insist that he's the Christian's choice? Do you see that?
No, I don't see that. I mean, what about Yoruba Christians? What about some Edo Christians? What about some other Christians? Like, let's not do this Christian choice, this, that. All that stuff will play out. Like, I mean, I know people that support Tinubu, they're Christians. They're Christians now. If I go to my secondary school, Ajekpako secondary school WhatsApp, and compared to my military secondary school, because I went to 2 secondary schools. If you go to the Ajekpako one, nobody's supporting Obi there, and all
you
of
have
them,
to go and repeat WAEC, Avi. Look at this guy.
No, I didn't repeat WAEC. It's JSS 1 to 2 before they trusted me to go to boarding school. So I mean, so the boarding school space is full of people from Edo people, and all of them support Obi. So Obi crossed across. Nobody's arguing that it crossed across, but the fervent support you're seeing come from mostly the youth and people from the Southeast, which is natural. Is only natural. You want to support your own. There's nothing wrong with it. It is part of our DNA. It's one of the reasons the lion has a pride. The fish has a school. I mean, it's just nature. So there's nothing wrong with it. if his core of his support, people that will never ever leave him, comes from the southeast, and that's fine. That's 11 million potential 11 million votes out there. So yeah, Obi is not playing any new politics. I think that's my own summary, because if they're giving people rice and roro, I don't see how it's different from Tinubu giving people gari and beans.
It's an allegation, Kulata. It's not proven fact that he
the logo is there.
But it's not him. It's not him. We can't. If he has support groups, we can't.
The Tinubu rice and beans, you cannot tie it directly to Tinubu too. That's also an allegation. So why is one?
Well, we're not talking about Tinubu. I get your analogy, but we're not talking about Tinubu. We're talking about this particular case.
It's just there are two standards within the Nigerian political space.
We can't have double standards. Sorry,
how can you compare rice and beans with Ogogoro?
It's not Ogogoro, Ororo.
Ororo is just a drink.
Ororo is oil.
Okay.
Ororo is vegetable oil. It's vegetable oil.
I'm just messing with you.
I know. You're being fastidious. Okay, so there's no new politics here. The only thing new is Labour Party and retail politics. There's more retail politics. Obi is accessible. Tinubu and Atiku are playing mini godlike figures. Obi is playing I'm your guy next door figure. That's the difference to me. But in terms of like inducement, you cannot fight against gravity. You have to induce people. That's my summary.
All right, brilliant. And to the space, Showore backs the obedience right to rally in Ebonyi State, which is contrary to the sort of commentaries that has been going towards Showore from that obedience space. So fairness and equity is really what we know Showore for, and it proves it again. Kulata.
Say what you like about Showore. The man has a principle. The man is principle. From student union days to days, he stands for fairness and justice. He does stand for fairness and justice. It's just unfortunate that because the people that are supporting Obi are attracted to this idea of a new type of politics. So someone that is consistently principled like Showore will always appear to kind of like show some of the contradictions in the people that follow Obi's space, because Showore can stand on principle and point out some things that is contradictory to the stance of what the people that support Obi is supporting for. But Obi, as a man, will let you know that I'm not holy. But the people that support him package and sell him as he is holy. So when Showore points out the contradictions, then they get riled up with Showore. So Showore is just being Showore. Unfortunately, someone as straight-laced and principled as Showore will never ever make it to be president in any country that I know of. In any country, because politics is not meant for the straight. Politics is meant for negotiations and dealing. You have to deal. It's all about deal.
He cannot.
Sorry, let Kulata run through because of time.
Let me quickly run through. You guys can argue with me later. Showore cannot be president of any country in the world because of his principle stand. You can't be that principled and be a president, because there's so many interests you need to bounce around, you need to juggle, and you have to make a lot of compromise, a lot of backdoor deals, a lot of corruption too. That's just the truth. A lot of greasing of elbows. You have to do it. That's what politics is about. So Obi followers should apologize to Showore, honestly, because you can see what the guy stands for. And you can also try and kind of like get a clear-eyed view of what politics is about, and don't go and project Obi more than what is capable of delivering, because you'll just set him up for failure. And I think that's how I want to round up that space.
All right, and a brief commentary. Being president is for your benefit, not me. Article tells Nigerian youth. So there it is, right there. The 78-year-old champion of the youth.
Atiku, honestly, what does Atiku even want, for crying out loud? You stolen so much dollars for years. Like, why do you always want? Well, everybody power. There's something with power though. Power corrupts. So people want. There's a difference between having money and having power. So I think it's that attraction to power. But Atiku is not going to be president for the youths. What does it mean? Well, his policies can benefit educated youths if they do the privatization correctly, if they do it with deregulation. Because I remember GSM, was both deregulation and privatization. The privatization aspect of GSM was an absolute failure. Because you guys remember that they privatized, if you're old enough like me, you remember that they privatized Nitel. They deregulated the space. They sold licenses. Nitel got one license. MTN got then. Back then it was Econet. Econet got another one. Mike Adenuga was not even bidding then. He bidded later on. The two new companies that came in, Econet and MTN, became successful. Nitel died. And you can see the sign of that privatization all over the country, from Oshobo still running mills to maybe all this other Benue cement or something that Atiku privatized. They were abject failures. So even though Atiku may have the right plan, the right intentions, but his execution just shows me he's going to sell it to a crony. They're probably going to get a private, some private equity firm. They're going to just buy it cheap and sell the assets of the company. Not interested in running the company like Nitel. Just sell the assets, make quick money. The whole thing is in shambles. So Atiku is in it for him and his friends, and he was candid about it in 2019. That said he wants to sell it to his friends. He's not lying. Trust the man when he says what he means.
All right,
so,
brilliant. Yeah. So thank you, well put. So let's go on to Victor, only because it's in it's coming in from Nigeria, and the network might drop. So Victor, good to have you. We've not seen you for a moment. But then to it, then I know they give Shi Shi. Shi Shi. But there's no lie in that, because Shi Shi is money. But he didn't say he wasn't giving bags of rice and vegetable oil. So the hypocrisy then, the obey space, there it is, Victor.
Okay, I want to understand, are you talking about the hypocrisy of Obi or the hypocrisy of his campaign organization or his campaign pattern or something? Because
the hypocrisy of Obi, his campaign organization and his narrative, all of it wrapped together.
Okay, because I usually get that sense most times when they talk about these things. Well, to me, every other country you see in the world is not governed by angels. It's governed by politicians. The only difference is that some of those places have the decency to create certain rules that tends to put everybody under one rule. But in Nigeria, there is rule for the rich and rule for the poor. So what you're merely seeing is just politics. All right, it's just politics. People are not following Obi because he said he won't give Shi Shi. That's not the truth. That's not why people follow him. Why people follow him is because he says the kind of things they want to hear. He says what makes them feel that there is hope. He gives them hope. So in that part of giving Shi Shi or not giving Shi Shi, if you don't give Shi Shi, why are you seeking foreign funds? What would you want to do with it? Elections need money. That's the truth, And Nigerian elections need Nigerian kind of money, So to me, these ones they are just. It's just part of it. It's part of politics. I don't blame anybody for trying to do some inducement. After all, Yaradua came into power and he said that the election that brought him in was flawed, but he didn't step down. Instead, he tried to make it, he had the intention to make it better, make the next election better.
All right. We're losing you somewhat, Victor.
So
have we lost you? No, we can't hear you now. That is just the network in Nigeria, by the way. No. Victor, if you can hear me, we've lost you. We've lost you.
What are we?
Come to me next, please.
All right. All right. Let's go to Emmanuel. So, Victor, we lost you. We couldn't hear you anymore. We could just hear a woofing sound. So, hopefully it doesn't woof. He equally in Nigeria. So, I know you would defend it, of course, the hypocrisy. I know they give shit.
How is this thing going? It has been reshuffling.
Hold on. I want to pick up the people in Nigeria just so if their system drops and things like that. Emmanuel is in Nigeria, so that's what we will try to do, just to make sure that. But I know they give Shi Shi. I know they give Shi Shi. But then bags of rice and the Ororo, they are not Shi Shi, are they, Emmanuel? So it's not telling a lie, is it?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, one man. Oh, you say I will defend him. So what am I defending there?
The hypocrisy is what you're defending. The lies telling, the obfuscation, the babi magbabe, the abracadabra, the sleight of hand. Sleight of hand.
One man, there's nothing to defend there. So
giving out bags of rice and vegetable oil for votes is acceptable to you, is it?
No, one man, let me even come from this angle. Somebody like me now, if me personally like this, if I got that, like if I have like 500,000 naira in my account, I want to give it to Obi, and I chose to do differently. Maybe organize, get some food stuff, and meet some, go to IDP camp and put Labour Party logo on it. So how will you tag that to Obi? Like Obi is hypocrite. So how will you do that, one man?
If I did the same thing for Atiku Abubakar, would you target as Atiku bribing people for votes?
If you do that for Atiku Abubakar, that is different from what people will target. They will not target like Abubakar. They will not target that.
So if I put Atiku's image and party logo on bags of rice and vegetable oil, and I go handing it out to voters, that's not bribing them for votes. That's not Atiku bribing them for votes.
Wait, one man. You know why it will be difficult for people to understand? Is because of the nature or the characteristics of Atiku Abubakar and Tinubu. That is just the different thing here. The different thing is just that characteristics, what I call a syndrome or something like that have been attached to this.
How is it distinguished? What's the difference in their characteristics?
Because they have immense wealth on their own and Nigeria wealth on their pockets. We all know that.
Yeah, but Peter Obi has done the same, as we all know. We don't let us revisit old arguments.
One man, that's no. We should not go there and we should not revisit. Peter Obi told you that if you find one that where he mismanaged Anambra fund, you bring it and he will resign from this race.
Have you found where Atiku or Peter Obi mismanaged Nigerian funds?
We have not found it now, but the one of Atiku.
You just told us that the amounts were from the government.
Wait, Tinubu own is very glitter for this Alpha Beta. Is that and the Lagos taxation? All those money goes to his pocket.
Well, which money? What are you talking about?
Alpha Beta.
Yeah, what's wrong with Alpha Beta?
Yes, the money goes. He get from there goes to his family. We all know that.
So what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
One man.
I don't get it myself. What are you talking about, Emmanuel?
What are you talking about, Emmanuel?
One man, can I interject?
Oh, hold on, Emmanuel. He brought it up, so let him. You see, this is the hypocrisy again. But carry on. Yeah, what are you talking about?
One man. That's not. I'm telling you that the Alpha Beta that he's managing. Who is the owner of it?
You tell me.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Just carry on.
You asking about to be rice, yam, beans. You're looking about Alpha Beta, my brother.
One man, can I say something?
No. He's the one asking the question.
Can I ask you a question? Emmanuel, can I ask you a question? What do you think Alpha Beta does?
Yes.
What actually it does?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alpha Beta now. Look at that. It's unbelievable. Now we pretend like the system has dropped. Your system has not dropped. Your system has
I don't even know how we got to Alpha Beta. How do we even arrive at Alpha Beta?
Don't pretend like your system dropped.
Do you know that Alpha Beta serves from Igbo states too?
Can I say something, one man?
No, and even some African countries, they function
and even
in some African countries.
So is Tinubu stealing the Igbo states money too? Is he stealing those African countries' money too? Because that's the narrative.
Alphabet now.
I don't even know how we arrive at Alphabet.
All right. I think we've lost Emmanuel conveniently, but let's hear your interjection and then I'll go on to Solly. Yes, go on, man of prestige.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the alphabet, so I'm not gonna comment on that space. That's a different story. But anyway, I was just gonna intervene because something I realized when we want to try to make a contradiction with this Obi Ogolo or whatever you call it, and the one of the campaign a few days ago. There's a difference. This one, or any party member can organize it without getting a permission from authority from Obi camp. But the one of the lawyers, there's no way they can do that without getting authority from,
Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
Look at the difference. This is a lawsuit. You have to get a permission. You can't just go there and sue somebody without getting a permission.
Who do you have to get permission from to institute
from the
lawsuit?
campaign, from the APC campaign? You have to get
why?
a permission.
Why would you want?
No, this is a lawsuit.
Are you trolling us? Are you trolling? You must be. Tell him you are trolling.
No, I'm not trolling. I troll sometimes, but I just realized about this. I have to make this point. The one of a lawsuit.
Okay. Let me tell you this. I am a negotian, and I object to these campaigners constituting a nuisance on the streets.
Hello, one man. Hello?
Yeah, look, and now he's back. Look. And then I institute a lawsuit to stop them from doing it.
One man. I've not finished. It's not my data. So one man, like I was telling you, Tinubu's where he makes his money and all those. So we all know all those where he's making money. So let's not visit that.
Tell us now. If you say we all know, then tell us. So if you know where he made his money, tell us.
Just like that alphabet I'm talking about. You understand the way they're collecting? Yes, the tax they are collecting.
Make me understand.
Yes, the taxation, all those tax that he's collecting from Lagos. You understand? So those things go.
Who is collecting tax from Lagos?
Those people, that alphabet, they're in charge of tax collection. So that money goes to his pocket.
The taxation in Lagos goes to his pocket.
Emmanuel,
can you hold on, please?
Emmanuel, don't go Google.
Some percentage goes to his pocket. 100%. Some percentage go to his pocket.
What percentage?
I don't know the percentage, but we know the percentage go to his pocket.
Why don't you speak of things that you do not know of? Don't speak of things you do not know. You know we push in this space now.
But one man, I have a question, please.
You want me to explain the alphabet to you?
Oh yeah, explain it and tell me why his own computer is collecting it.
All right. Okay, I give up. Let's hear your question now, Aizon, and then we go back.
I mean, Emmanuel may not be fully trying to describe the situation properly, but
only because he doesn't understand it.
Yeah, but are you saying? I want to get what you're trying to explain about the alphabet. Are we saying that Tinubu is absolved from any corruptional type of dealings with Alpha Beta, or are we saying that
are you saying that Alpha Beta is involved in corruption?
No. I'm asking you a question because the allegation is out there, clearly has been made that Tinubu does get kickbacks from Alpha Beta. It's a clear allegation. It's not something that.
No, that's almost.
It's an allegation. It's an allegation. So I'm asking you. You know, he set up the company to make tax collection in Lagos more efficient. True or false? Yes, he did. So, but wait. One man, let me wait.
It's a revenue generating company.
I know what it is through taxes, for God's sakes. But let me make the point. Okay, the point there is, according to people I've talked to who work for management consulting firms in Lagos, right? They've said to me that the arrangement Alpha Beta had with Lagos was Lagos said, cool, if you can generate taxes up until this point, they gave them a threshold number. Anything you get over that point will be yours, right? Was the arrangement they had with them.
No,
now
that's not the arrangement they have with them.
Okay, so what is the arrangement they had with them?
It's
and
a percentage.
Are you saying? Wait. Let me ask you the question. What is the arrangement they had with them? One, because the person that told me this is a decision maker at one of these firms. So that's why I'm coming from this information. I always quote my source. But then the second question I'll ask you is, if that's not the arrangement with them, what is the arrangement? And then two, can you definitively say Tinubu is not getting kickbacks from that company?
How do you define kickback? Define kickback.
No, he's getting part of the money that they're generating. True or false? I'm asking a question.
How is that kickback?
I'm asking you a question. True or false? Is he getting money back from them or not?
No, that's a wrong phraseology though, because kickback.
No, because the allegation. Listen. Let me say this to you.
Okay, go on.
The allegation has been clearly made, and I'm sure you've heard it on a number of different platforms, that he is getting money back from that company, and part of the revenue the company is generating goes back to him. Now, I'm asking you, because you're saying, you're saying that it is not true. Am I right in what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying that how you've chosen to inflect it to infer some dubiousness is really where. Can you hold on, please? Yeah. Okay.
But one man, here. Listen, I wasn't in the situation. I didn't work for Alpha Beta. I didn't work for Lagos State. So I don't know for a certainty 100% that Tinubu was getting kickbacks. However, I have heard the
what do you mean by
kickbacks? The revenue the company has generated, they take a certain percentage and they give it to him.
Are you saying
that's what the kickback? That's what the kickback is defined as.
So sorry, is Tinubu part of Alpha Beta?
No, and what I'm saying to you is this.
Are you saying Tinubu is not part of Alpha Beta?
You're not listening. I don't think you're fully.
Please answer that question.
No. You're not listening to me. I asked you a couple of questions. Wait, one man. I asked you a couple of questions first, which you haven't answered. But then before I get to it, before I get to it, the other point I was making was that allegations have been made that he's getting kickbacks on several platforms. Some of them credible, some of them not, right? So my question to you is, now I asked you, is he getting kickbacks? You said define kickbacks. Okay. So you tell me whether the corruption allegation is true or false. You tell me. Go ahead.
I'm not sure that there is a corruption allegation, and that's an improper use of that term kickback, because a kickback is something dubious. It's advantaging yourself corruptly. So the Alpha Beta space is Alpha Beta. They approached the Lagos State government that they are able to generate tax more efficiently and exponentially increase the taxation revenue within Lagos State. So they presented a blueprint, and the understanding was that okay, if you are able to do it, let's use, and these are not actual terms, but let's use terms to just to land the example. So let's say Lagos State was generating 100 naira in taxation, and Alpha Beta approaches them and says, we can generate 10,000 naira. Let's say you say they are generating 100 naira, and they're saying we can generate 1,000 naira for you. And let's just, and these are not the terms of the agreement, by the way, we're just using it to make the example. So Lagos State generates 100 naira. Alpha Beta approaches them to say we can generate 1,000 naira, and then they said, but if we generate 1,000 naira, we'll be taking a 10% commission. So the Lagos State then says go for it, and then Alpha Beta then succeeds in generating that 1,000 naira, and they're taking that 100 naira as agreed 10% commission from the top of that. So how is that kickback?
Woman, that's what I just said. That's what I just said about the person that gave me information.
Yeah, but how is that a kickback?
No. I'm not talking about the state.
Wait. You can say the contract. You can say the contract was written in favorable terms, as opposed to a kickback.
No.
A kickback is something you do without any legal framework.
Okay, wait. Time out, guys. Time out. Here's what I'm saying. You describe the arrangement with the state, which, by the way, is what I said the person that worked for a management consulting firm had told me. Exactly what you just said. Right? Wait. But that is the relationship. Wait. That is the relationship. That is the relationship with the state. That is the relationship with the state. Guys, we can't have a conversation if you keep.
Let me ask you.
That is the relationship.
Sorry. That is the relationship. I know you want to come in. Yeah.
That is the relationship with the state, with Lagos State.
Right.
The dispute or the allegations being made are not about the relationship between the state and Alpha Beta. The dispute being made, or the allegations that have been made, is that this individual has implanted himself into an arrangement between a state and a private company and is getting money based on the revenue that the private company has generated.
Who owns Alphabeta?
Wait. So wait. That is the allegation that is being made. The allegation is not about the relationship with Lagos State.
It's only an allegation.
So
if you have full possession of all of the facts.
No, it's an allegation if it hasn't been proven. So it's an allegation in this situation because we don't have any evidence. Wait. I'm calling it an allegation because I don't have the evidence. There are people out there that claim they have the numbers. Unless someone shows you the actual paperwork showing that there's revenue going to him or is recorded on tape, you can't really say it's a fact.
If it's a part or a major owner of Alphabeta, would there be revenue going to him?
If he's an owner of Alphabeta, that would be a conflict of interest, and that would be illegal. It should be illegal. He's a former governor, for God's sakes. How can a former governor own a tax revenue agency?
This is what obtains.
No, it doesn't make it okay, one man. Just because it happens all over the world doesn't make it okay. It is a form of corruption. It is a form of corruption.
And the guy that says we know about Alphabeta,
guys, listen.
Hey, how do you know it's a fact?
You're dealing with me. Hey, guys, you're dealing with me. You're not going to talk me down.
How do you know what government is? They're just telling you that he has some percentage. He has some percentage in Alphabeta, and you're here defending him.
You can't shout your way into proving your point. You have to have a conversation.
Hold on, Emmanuel, do you?
You have to have a conversation. Why are you taking it personal? We're talking about Tinubu. Are you Tinubu's son? Are you Tinubu's son? Is he your father? Is Tinubu your father?
Sorry.
Why are you taking it personal?
Don't say the same thing when we're talking about Tinubu.
He's on. Why are you taking it personal? We're talking about a corrupt politician, for God's sake.
All right. Can we bring it down a bit? Sorry.
One piece. We're talking about Tinubu. The guy won't cry.
Listen, something I want to say. Solly, wait.
You are being disruptive now. You are not.
Calm down now.
Can you settle down, please?
You've explained this thing multiple times, and I usually
calm down, please.
He has been here many times. He wants to act ignorant. You have been here many times when this has been explained.
I'm asking questions.
Let Solly talk, I beg. Before.
Hold on. It's on. I beg. One man, the only reason I come to this show now because you stand and defend what you talk, say Edo people are dumb people. You see Solly that they shout
no, not Edo people.
Why would you say that in the open air?
What piece? I can't find you now. What piece? I can't
no.
If you can't tell you were still defending what you said.
No. I take that back. If I said that, I take that back.
Why do you bring Kolata into this now, please? I don't know what
I didn't say Kolata that first said it. Yes.
But I didn't say anything.
We have to take the bullet together now. Let's take the
No. It's one man, but I have to counter.
No.
Yeah, the question of what we talk here now.
No. I take that back. Apologies. I didn't really mean the entirety of Edo people. How can I say that? Some of the West brains. It's just don't worry. Sorry, let me just take it back and not.
One man, bridle your tongue.
One man. Let me say this. The Solly's reaction to criticism of Tinubu is like the criticism you place before the Ipobians when they react to people criticizing them. I rest my case. Can you see? Because why would you react to a criticism of a politician?
That's not what he's reacting.
He's a politician, for God's sake. Why are you reacting like this? You're reacting like this because of ethnic sentiment.
Because you are wasting our time. I'm supposed to talk next.
Because of ethnic sentiment.
Hold on, it's not because of ethnic sentiment.
Wasting our time.
It is. I mean, woman, what else will you explain? If I was saying this about Peter Obi, would he react like that? Of course not. He's reacting like this because Tinubu is a Southwesterner.
No, hold on. I know.
Right?
No, that's unfair. What Solly is actually
okay? Why else?
No. Yeah, if you allow me, then I'll tell you. What Solly is actually saying is this space of Alpha Beta. I was only able to describe it because we've had these conversations endlessly about that particular company and the arrangement, and we've gone to check again. So that's why I was able to push Emmanuel and then give you that explanation. So Solly's frustration is that we've cycled around that conversation endlessly, and that place it has been shown that this is what is going on. It's a business arrangement that the company has with Lagos State. Tinubu is involved with the company, which is entitled to. Is this sharp practice? Some people will say yes because of its influence in Lagos State. Is it illegal? The lawyers will tell you no. So there it is. It is a man that took the opportunities that were available to him.
Now, Emmanuel, I
thank you, one man.
Because
thank you, one man. And what you just said right now rests the whole case. So in essence, which is that the people that have been saying he shouldn't be involved as a former governor of a state with a company that collects taxes. Wait. You cannot dispute that is a clear conflict of interest. He's highly influential. Wait. He's highly influential in the state. People call him the godfather of Lagos. He calls Lagos his own. He says that Lagos is his. So how can someone like that be directly involved with a company that is
don't make a high-handed statement, because Obi investing
wait, my goodness, why won't you let me land my point? Why
in Drury that's invested is another conflict of interest. I just want to remind you.
Why are you so heavily invested in this? This guy is not your relative.
I'm not invested in him.
What I'm saying to you is,
I'm trying to point out another conflict of interest.
Wait. We criticized Obi. We criticized Obi when he said he took Anambra State money into an investment that he was personally involved in. I criticized him. A lot of people that are even his supporters criticized him. So it's a fair point to criticize someone who is a godfather of Lagos having a company generate revenue for the state. That is that, in my opinion, there is a clearer example of a criminal involvement.
How is it criminal?
In my opinion,
no.
It is criminal because you are meant to generate revenue for the state. You should not be involved in the personal collection of revenue from a company that gets its money through a relationship with the state. If he wasn't involved, I wouldn't say anything. I can't believe you are defending him. Honestly,
I am defending him.
I can't believe it, because it is a clear case here. A former governor should not be involved in a private company that generates revenue for a state. There's no debate about it.
All right.
I rest my case.
All right, thank you.
He's a thief. He's
One man, can I continue?
Continue.
And the point is not even based on facts.
I don't understand story. I don't understand story.
Back to Emmanuel. Sorry, back to
Emmanuel.
One man,
sorry, before you go on.
All right. Okay.
I've realized this thing as well, like on the platform. People come, you've only asked Emmanuel a very simple question, then he raised the issue of alpha beta when he didn't even know much about alpha beta himself.
He didn't know a single thing about it.
You know, and it's surprising. You want to use that.
Who told you I don't know anything about alpha beta?
You don't know. When you even went up, I'm sure you went to Google it, my friend. Come on.
No.
You don't really know about it, because solely ask you a direct question immediately, you couldn't answer it. So that tells me you don't even know what alpha beta is. If you know,
no, I know alpha beta. I know alpha beta.
I think why solely is
who does not know alpha beta in Nigeria?
Okay.
Who does not know alpha beta in Nigeria?
Okay. Tell us now alpha beta without repeating what Aizon just
There's
said.
nothing to there. That is the company that is in charge of taxation in Lagos, and that's all we know.
That's all you know. Then you don't know.
That contracted them that owns some percentage in it. That's what we know about it.
It's not repeating everything we've just said, you know. But carry on. Back to the Peter Obi and his.
There's no one in Nigeria that don't know anything about alpha beta. Please don't say I don't know anything about.
Just carry on, my brother.
Okay,
we don't
carry
have
on.
time.
Carry on about the Peter Obi and his rise for votes politics.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that when somebody does something for Peter Obi, you should not say that he's going against what he said. Peter Obi said he's not going to give you money for him to vote for him. He's not going to give you money. Unlike, when election come, you carry money and go to election day and be sharing 10,000 on the queue. He said you are not going to do it. So don't criticize him when a citizen come up to, go for maybe medical outreach and other stuff arrangement. So I think we have labored that enough. So you can go to the next one. So I don't see any hypocrisy on it.
All right. All right. And to the Shore space, leap into the defense of the obedience.
Okay. Like Colata said that
Shore cannot use that method to be a president. He can use that if actually he starts from maybe a governor, because if he starts from a governor with this narrative of his of him, fighting for people, and he was able to start from that place. And Nigerian people, to me, they are very, very good in analyzing your antecedents, analyzing your past work. You understand? There's no way I can't even see it. Nigeria has 2 million people, giving their state to an activist just because of what he's saying. So yes, what he did, what he said concerning what happened to the obedience in Ebonyi State is his work, and that's what he has been doing. Shore has been standing on that part, and we give him credit to that. So, and if he continue like that, and he was able to start from like a governor, and they see him, still strong in that area of doing the right thing, I don't think anything can stop him from being a president of Nigeria. So that is just the problem. That is just so. What he just demonstrated there is who he is. He cannot change. He's a good man when he's fighting for people. You understand? And he can use that method also, to rule some region or some states.
All right, brilliant. So thank you. So let's go from you for reasons of time. Let's go to Sully. So Sully, yeah, up next. So the one that is generating the most controversy are the Shi Shi, different from Rice and Ororo. So we cannot really accuse Peter Obi of telling a lie, because when you say I don't give Shi Shi, that means I don't give money, and bags of rice and Ororo is not money. So take this, Debo Funwa Kesebe. This is what they call it in Yoruba land. Debo Funwa Kesebe. I wonder what that means in Igbo language. Sorry.
It was bound to happen anyways. That's the only thing that these people know. One way or the other, little by little, as we get closer and closer to the election dates, they are going to start seeing the true politician in him. I remember the CNN interview that I was seeing a lot on Twitter. You realize that they clip what they want you to hear. When I went to go and watch that video, they asked Obi, how are you going to get votes from the north? This guy just played the question away and started answering another thing. This guy is not a serious candidate. In fact, when you guys are arguing about him, I'm not even going to interfere anymore. I've been in too many elections, around too many politicians to be wasting my time on this guy. This guy is not ready to go to the north to get any votes there. He just cajoling his people for what reason, I don't know. And he is speaking the words that he knows that they will carry without verifying it. This kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but he knows what he's doing. He knows he's not going to win the election. So my question is, why is he doing all these things that he's doing? To me, I would say the only thing is because obviously he's in Nigeria. He's trying to gain money, a lot of money, before he's found out that he cannot win this election. Who are Obi's most of his supporters? They are the youths, right? The youths are going to come in to vote, right? It's like some people live in Nigeria, but they don't know that they don't know the country that they are living in. As ASU ended the strike, when it's time to vote, that is when you will see APC will release that ASU money. Now that all his voters would have gone back to school, who is going to vote? That's just one of the strategies that APC will use. You don't know who you are dealing with. I'm not supporting Tinubu, but I'm telling you, there's a high chance that this guy is going to win, because the politics that everybody is playing is so mediocre. It is so mediocre. They are behaving like they're not ready for a battle. And this guy is coming in guns blazing. But you guys don't know. All this, he's coming with his squad. It will never happen. And, I don't feel like the Southeast they are going to be president anytime soon, unless they actually have somebody that is very, very good and tells the truth and shows, good all round and works with the people. Because the way these obedience supporters have done this campaign has done another scar to the Southeast. Because it has, I would say, it has made more people. It has made more people more tribal. If they were not tribal already, it has made them more tribal, because they've seen how most of the obedience supporters behave. It's like
sorry to interject. Sorry, I want to ask you a question. Sorry, I just want to know, since you are giving us the breakdown, is Tinubu going to win the election with Lagos only?
He's not going to win it Lagos only. He's going to support it.
Can you hear me?
He's not going to win Lagos only. When you talk
Wait,
about
hold on. Okay, no, I know. You just answered. Okay, because of time. Let me hold on. I know. Let me move to the second one because of time. So why are we not concerned about Atiku? Why are we not afraid about Atiku?
I didn't remove Atiku. It's Obi I removed. I said that most likely Tinubu is going to win. Okay, if he doesn't win, then it's going to be Atiku. But Atiku's game plan is going to be based on tribal nepotism. You know, they are Fulani thing. That's the only way Atiku will win. But in terms of gameplay and plan, when you talk about Tinubu and you say, "Oh, it's Lagos," you talk about him like he's some ordinary guy that you see on the streets.
Sorry, even if Peter Obi had the best plan possible, the presidency is still coming from either PDP or APC. So because I don't think anybody should delude themselves beyond that.
You know, because Tinubu is a bully. He's a bully. He's not going to play fair game with you. He's going to suppress your votes. You look at what happened in Ebonyi. Do you think that's not going to happen in the election? Do you think that is just a test? It's just a test. They're going to suppress your votes. They're going to bully you. They're going to do
they still fight back. So to tell you that they will still fight back.
You will win against government, right? You will win against government, right? Because you did that during EdSARS, right? You just a lot of delusional talk. You don't even know how to identify your enemy. When you talk about Tinubu, you talk about a lot of hearsay. When you want to identify your enemy, you go with facts. When you go with hearsay, you just sound tribal because you can't even defend what you're saying. If I want to go against Tinubu, you think it's hearsay, I'll go with facts. I'll go with the person I know who he is. You're talking about him like he's some guy that will just play fair game with you. He's not going to cheat. He's not going to suppress your votes. He's not going to bully you. He's not going to steal voters from polling units. You're acting like all those things are all of a sudden just died down and disappeared. ASU is still owing money. The user, why do you think they are holding their money for election?
Sonny, question for you, please. I have a question for you.
Okay.
I have a question for you. Everything you just said now, steal votes, steal your money, whatever, manipulate voters, try to cheat the system. Are all those things criminal? Are they criminal?
They are. Is Nigeria not a criminal country?
Wait. So Tinubu is criminal, right?
Okay. Did I ever say it was not?
Yeah, you did. When I was highlighting the alpha beta discrepancy,
okay, when did I say it? Please say exactly what I said that made you say that.
Well, you were saying a lot of things, and you were trying to defend his ownership of alpha beta.
You see what I just? You are doing exactly.
I'm asking you. I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question. Can you just answer the question? Okay. So you agree he's criminal? That's the question I wanted to ask. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, but Tinubu is criminal. Atiku is criminal, but then Peter Obi is also criminal.
If he's criminal, if the logic is that you believe he's criminal, and he owns, as a former governor or as a power broker in Lagos, he owns the company that collects taxes. Why are you defending him?
No, that's a separate space. That's a separate space.
No, I don't.
You can distinguish the two.
It's a logical dilemma.
Let me answer.
How you defending someone you openly say is a criminal?
Let me answer. You're asking me.
Hold on, Solly, please.
It's a form of manipulation.
Can you let me not have to? Let's hear from Kulata. Then you take back the floor.
Aizon, is conflict of interest a crime?
He's getting conflict of interest as a former governor owning a company
that takes
taxation from Nigeria.
We don't need too much context. Is conflict of interest a crime?
It depends on the law in the state. If the state says it's not a
crime,
Nigeria,
wait. Sorry. I'll be specific. In Nigeria,
you know very well in America.
I can't even answer the question for God's sakes.
And
Aizon, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that. Look. If you want to make it strictly about the law in the states, the guy was governor, or the law in Nigeria saying he can't open a fine. It's not a crime in Nigeria. But let me ask you this.
Wait. Let me finish. Wait.
Okay,
you said it's not a crime. Aizon, don't filibuster me.
Let him take you to where it's taking you.
So you said conflict of interest is not a crime in Nigeria. So in that case, since Tinubu's action with Alpha Beta is a conflict of interest, it is not criminal. Obi's action in the breweries, commingling state funds and private funds, it is not criminal. They are unethical in Nigeria. It's not criminal and unethical, two different things.
Practice. It's sharp
so
practice.
It's unethical, it's sharp practice, it's crony capitalism, but it's not criminal. So the same measure you give Tinubu, the same measure you give Obi, because it's simply based on the level of resources available to them. Both of them were caught.
Two quick things. Both
of them were caught in unethical practices. Anambra is not as rich as Lagos. So Tinubu
you're bringing up Obi to somehow try to make some kind of
you're criminalizing something based on conflict of interest.
You're bringing up Obi to try to make some kind of twisted comparison that I'm criticizing.
It's not twisted. It's an equivocation that I made.
First of all, the point I want to make to you is I have criticized Obi for investing private funds into an equity where he had personal dealings, and he was criticized. Wait, and he was criticized in an actual debate for the presidency. The same level of criticism is being placed on Tinubu now as a former governor owning a company that collects taxes, and
he deserves it.
And here's the thing: even if the state might not say, it's criminal, right? Wait, and by the way, one man, when I brought this up, I was saying there are allegations that are stating this clearly, right? That was the word I kept using over and over again on different platforms, and I was asking you to validate or debunk the allegations being made. Now, the point is this: a governor that was a former state in a place that's racked with abject poverty should not be collecting money in taxes from the state. Period.
Yeah, no, that's your
whether it's criminal. Listen, this is the problem we have in Nigeria. This is the fundamental problem. We think it's okay. No, because we think it's okay that, because someone was in power, he leaves power, and then the company that then comes into the state that collects all the water resources for the state, it's okay for him to own ownership because it's not illegal. It is wrong. It doesn't matter whether it's illegal or not. Throughout all these terms you're bringing in.
United Kingdom.
And one man is David Cameron a saint? David Cameron done it. It is wrong with David Cameron too. Listen, in the US,
do it in the US.
Yes, and they are criminals.
They call it lobby and whatnot.
Go and see what Americans say about the Clinton family. Come on now, this thing is not any. The problem is,
and it's not criminal. So,
but one man, the difference between the Clinton family, David Cameron, and Nigeria is those people have the basics of life in their country. We don't. The money that Tinubu is collecting from Alpha Beta can change the lives of people in Morocco. So why are we over here? Why are we over here? Why are we over here defending him, trying to give him a soft landing? We're trying to give him a soft landing.
You are wrong. Can you settle down? Sorry, hold on, sorry. You said the money that Alpha Beta is collecting can change lives. What about the money that Alpha Beta generates for Lagos State? Is that changing lives?
I didn't say the money Alpha Beta is collecting. I said the money Tinubu is collecting. And by the way, if Alpha Beta didn't have any relation with Tinubu, and see, they somehow said we're going to create this arrangement with this private company because our internal capacity can't generate taxes effectively, fine. But why does the former governor have to get part ownership in a company that is generating revenue, working with the state? He should have zero dealings with them. He should not even be. He shouldn't be 100 miles close to them.
All right.
And then, Woman, you know this. You know this.
No, I don't. You live by a higher moral standard than me.
It's not about a higher moral. We all know that the money is needed by people living in abject poverty, by schools, by housing in that state. Why should he own it? And by the way, this criticism I will levy on any governor in that state, in that country, anyone. It is wrong. And it's high time if we don't say it is wrong, if we try to give him a pass.
Let's get back to Solly for time.
We get it. He's a bad guy. He's supposed to tell Jeff Bezos to give everybody in the world money too. If you are going by that logic,
don't set
Jeff Bezos owns a private company that generated money privately. He's not stealing United States funds.
Open company.
Jeff Bezos has a company. I buy from his company every day. You buy from his company.
Okay.
You
And
know what? He owns a private
workers
company.
are celebrating
He's
him,
not
right?
stealing money from the United States of America.
Him, right? His workers celebrating
There is no
him.
comparison. And if you compare Jeff Bezos to Tinubu, you don't have a brain.
You are buying from a slave master.
No, let's
Your
not
moral
go
will not enter
let's not
that
go in
one.
that direction.
Your moral will not enter that one.
All right. So sorry, back to you, Solly. And please let Solly have a go at this one just by himself. So Solly, to this space, your avatar leaping to the defense of Peter Obi's supporters' right to rally.
It doesn't surprise me. He's always trying to defend everyone, but I think he doesn't understand the scale of Nigeria. His mindset is, he has this mindset that everybody, he feels like everybody is seeing it the way he sees things. You know, he thinks everybody's mindset is the same way his mindset is. And, he doesn't understand Nigeria very well. When people complain about the way Northerners are, I don't complain because that's their tribe, that's their culture. You can't expect them to be thinking like you in the East. You can't expect them to be behaving like you in the West. That is what we are dealt with. So he's just doing his normal activism and being a politician at the same time, to me, which doesn't make sense. It doesn't seem like he's fully defined on what he wants to do, unfortunately.
All right, brilliant. All right, brilliant. Well put. Let me move the conversation up from you full-time to DOG. DOG, you're up next. Are you still with us, D?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. In the afternoon sessions, they are not usually, we fall asleep in the afternoon session, but the whatever is called C2 or CO2, maybe they put an O between the C and 2 to calm himself down, So he started off with the goosebumps and it's been goosebumps all the way through. But a gentler tone from DOG as he explains the hypocrisy, Shi Shi, but not Rice and Ororo.
Yeah, for me, I think Obi is getting there gradually. There is no way you won't share. People are hungry. The politicians that look to be go away. Shush, Kellen.
Sorry. That your daughter?
Yeah. So we won't share rice, we won't share beans. Stop taking beans and rice from these people. What would you eat for 4 years after the rice, after the this? Not a sin necessity in all those things. I don't want to practice this politics. I'm not. He's gonna get there anytime soon. So he's driving close to it. They will still share Ankara and all those things of Obi. And I just think the Obi supporters sometimes they need to come out with it. If you want to back Obi and you don't want us to scrutinize him, you need to come with good points, not trying to raise the issue about. We are talking about money sharing, beans sharing. You are bringing Alpha Beta into the talk. I don't see how it match. And if it was to be Tinubu or any other politician, people will start, they started sharing rice, they started sharing this. Now, people should see that all these things are just necessity. Because if not, why would, even people are saying it's probably not Obi doing it, it's some people that are supporting him. But at least people supporting him see the need to share food. Like they will be condemning the other politicians doing it. So I think Obi is just getting himself, understanding the politics of Nigeria, and he'll probably still share money as time goes on.
All right, brilliant. And to the show rest space, leaping to the defense of the obedience right to rally.
Yeah, we've always known Showore to want to be mouthpiece for everything, for everybody. And I think he thinks that's where he's relevant. And if that's the case, I would rather just say he should just leave politics and focus more on activism. Then maybe it might get people and channel their energy to a right path. Because he's here today, he's there tomorrow, he's saying this today. And that's what I keep saying about him ever since we always talk about the guy on this platform. I think he loses focus of his own direction, thinking facing other people's direction will get into where he's going. I don't understand him. Like all the while,
but they will give excuse like he's been banned not to leave Abuja. I think that is the way you could network. Look at the momentum this Obi guy is gaining. I don't think Obi had to travel to every nook and cranny of Nigeria before he gets that momentum. And that is what I say about Showe. He's not focusing on what he should be focusing on. And he does this all the time. Now I think he has seen that he's not getting closer to whatever he's planned to achieve of becoming Nigeria's president. So he's just trying to put mouth in what would make him trend. Because why is here today saying this about Obi, tomorrow saying this about Obi, then he needs to work better on his own ambition. And I think he's still far away from it. And he might have to do what we always say, try and go and contest for probably a senatorial or gubernatorial position rather than this presidency. It doesn't look like he's fit for it.
All right, brilliant. And Atiku suddenly positioning himself as the champion of the youth. What are you making of that? The 78-year-old youth leader.
What these people need to realize is a lot of people are waking up from all those mouth say this is what we would do, and that's why I don't even understand Nigerians sometimes, because I think a lot of people put more of their emotion rather than their senses into things. Like now, okay, fine, I get it. We want changes. Obi seemed like the guy, but before you start supporting Obi blindly, have you scrutinized him? At every other point, people are trying to pinpoint something to you about the guy, to call your notice to something. Are people even really wanting to listen? And that is how you will see people will vote again. Then after 4 years, they are already complaining because people just follow. I don't know, maybe it's crowd mentality. I don't seem to get it, because I think a lot of people are backing Obi, and they come and say things they hear from media when they don't even really know about what the whole story is about. So for Atiku, he's just playing that same politics every one of them plays to make the youth feel like, oh, I'm for you. If you are not for yourself, you won't still be contesting for president. You can't tell me since how many, this is like the 6th time now, you still want to be president, and it's not for your own sake, it's for other people's sake. I don't believe it. It's just a way of trying to cajole the idiots.
All right, brilliant. Brilliant. How old is your daughter now? I think she's about 6 months now, isn't she?
Yes, she's 6 months going to 7 months.
Oh, okay. All right. See how time flies. So you never told us her name, or you don't have to.
I told you. Her name is Ziva.
Ziva. Oh yeah, that's your wife is South African, isn't she?
She's Zimbabwean.
All right, brilliant. All right, brilliant. Regards to her.
But Ziva is not anything Zimbabwe or.
Did you just take her from anime?
It's actually Hebrew. Yeah.
Hebrew. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. Yeah. What does it mean?
Light.
Light. Okay, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Radiance.
How do you spell it?
Is ZIVAH.
All right, Ziva. All right, brilliant. That's certainly a funky name. So thank you for
that. Kelly wants to say hello, but maybe later.
Oh no! Oh yeah, she can say hello. Was she the one she waved at us the last time?
Yeah, Kelly. Yeah, come and say hello to one man. She's always disturbing me that I want to say hello to one man. Your meeting. Where are your friends?
All right. So where that is.
Say hello to one man.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Good.
Good. Are you being good today?
Yeah.
Is Daddy taking you to London tomorrow to go and say goodbye to the Queen?
Queen?
Queen is dead, you know.
No,
no. No. All right. So what do you have planned for the bank holiday? Are you having a barbecue?
Yeah, really. We're gonna have a barbecue, and then I'm gonna invite my friends.
All right. Don't let Daddy eat too much. You know it's getting a bit pudgy. Pudgy Daddy.
What might they hear that accent, ba?
Yes,
I don't know
now.
why you don't want to get
Yes, well,
that.
how can I get it again? All right. So good to meet you. Yes.
She's telling you she's met you before, Abi.
Yeah, no. Good to meet you again then. Good to meet you again. All right. Good girl. So that's a clever girl right there. So very sharp brain. So let's go to a brain, perhaps not as sharp as hers, but I will tolerate it nevertheless. Aizon, you are up next. Aizon, are you ready to go?
Yes, I am.
All right, brilliant.
That young lady is smarter than all of us on this platform put together.
Look at that, and she's only about 3. You know, it's just the confidence that they have. You know, it's what
I love her accent so much.
Yes, that's just it. I think it's their accent that intimidates people, isn't it? But to it then, and the Obi and the Shi Shi narrative, and it is bribery, no matter how you choose to look at it.
Yeah, I think. Look, it's if someone did it on his behalf, if he did it directly himself, or his campaign did it, they obviously feel that's a way for them to get an edge in that area that would give them an advantage. So yeah, it's a form of inducement, to get the people to vote for him. And I do you know where this thing actually happened?
It doesn't actually tell us where, but it's all over the media space though. Obi,
yeah, because
no Shi Shi bribery.
Yeah, I'm curious because if it happened in the Southeast, I mean, can you really call it bribery? People that were already going to vote for him were giving bags of rice. I mean, that's his stronghold. So
what do you think? What do you think the bag of rice is seeking to influence?
The bag of rice is showing Obi's care for humanity and his love for the people and the fact that they're starving. Well, I'm glad you caught the humor in that. That was a joke.
That's a great line.
All right.
Joking.
Yeah, I'm joking. Look,
we didn't get that. We needed you to tell us.
You know what they say, one man. If you want to, what's that saying? You can't. I've forgotten the way it goes. Something about you being able to play in the mud and not wrestle with pigs. There's that phrase. Nigeria is what it is. You know, Obi is trying to hold himself to a higher standard, but in order for him,
Obi is not a pivoting from the old paradigm. It's not a pivoting from the old paradigm. Obi is exactly the same, but a lighter shade of. Everything that everybody stands accused of, Obi stands accused of them, but in a lighter shade. So it's a lighter shade of still the same malaise.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really argue with that too much. I'm an Obi supporter, but I'm realistic about who he is. I don't want to set my expectations too high with Obi, because if I do, then I'll be disappointed when he gets in office.
If we wanted the paradigm shift, we will go for more Yele Sowore, but we don't want a paradigm shift because Sowore is a paradigm shift. But Obi
totally
is we can still rescue him even though he's one of them
Yeah. Oh, Sowore is a real paradigm shift. You're right. But the thing is, and one day I'd like to have this debate at Ajane Koko. But the thing is, with Sowore, I believe even if people did support him and he gets into office, he will spend his first 4 years fighting the system. I mean, it will be a real war based on the things he's saying he wants to do. He will spend his first 4 years fighting the Joint House of Assembly.
And
he will fight the governors. He will fight everyone. He'll be actively fighting, arresting, trying to pass really stringent laws on things. It will be a battle. He won't be able to govern. And that will be the unfortunate part of Sowore. As much as I love and support him, he's an Ijaw man, so he has my support. But he won't be able to move the needle at all in that system. Peter Obi, yes, he's come from their shade. He knows their language. He knows how to massage their egos. He's not adversarial. He's kind of easy. You tend more to like him. He's humble in the way he talks. He's approachable. He makes himself accessible. He has had some successes as a governor. So, there are all these things that kind of make you want to say, okay, you know what? He's the best candidate among the bunch, the top bunch right now. Is he very much different from them? No. You can't say he is, because if you do, you'll be disappointed when he gets in office. I notice I said when, because he will win. But you'll be disappointed when he gets into office, because he will get in, and you now, all the high standards you set for him, when he doesn't reach them, you'll be, oh, Peter Obi he's friends with this person in PDP, he's talking to Nasser El-Rufai in Kaduna. So I'm trying to measure my expectations of Peter Obi. And the rice thing, maybe someone within his campaign realized, listen, if we want to pull real leverage, we can't.
You know what has surprised me, Izon? What surprised me is that when I was bringing the story, I was fully in the expectation that it was the Tinubu camp that went and did rice and beans and put Obi's camp. But nobody has said that yet. I was expecting somebody to say that, but I never did.
I would agree with you, but I'm scared Solly might come after me, so I'm just going to keep quiet on that.
Solly is ready
I don't want him to. He's ready for me. He came with boxing gloves today, so I'll just let it go.
It's young people now, young people.
Yeah, but no, one man. I honestly, in the grand scheme of things, this is peanuts. It doesn't really make, I mean, is it really bribery? I mean, if you compare that to the allegations that are being levied against APC with INEC, I mean, that there that's big fish. This year is, I mean, they gave some few people rice and really, that's it's every minute in Nigeria that happens.
One man is not even concerned about that. He's concerned about rice. Ororo.
The rice, the Ororo, yeah. He's not concerned about the INEC Wahala, Abi.
It's not.
We'll tackle the INEC Wahala in the latter session. But the latter session will be on YouTube. So that's my YouTube link. If anybody wants to participate in the later session, I want to build up that space. But a round of applause, Aizon, and then let's take the final word from World Peace, who I think is here to tell me off. So
yeah, World Peace is here to give you some wahala because you stereotyped Edo people, and what I know about those Edo people, they don't take lightly to.
Yeah, so about
Izo and Kulata. Izo, you can hear me, right?
I can hear my brother.
Yeah, you could not tell one man as Benin people be. Kulata will be body student with Benin people. You don't tell one man as Benin people be. They don't joke with that word, one man.
But you see, One Piece, you have to understand one man. When you listen to him for a while, you don't even pay attention to those things anymore because
I not come attack.
He has managed to offend every group in Nigeria, so it's okay.
I know. I don't come from one man. I not come from one man. I come to defend myself because now me for receive slap from my co-Benin people for Japan here first. You did there where they insult Benin man, Benin people, you not talk. You understand his honor. You don't have to be for Benin now.
I understand.
So I come clear the air.
All right. It wasn't the great people of Benin. It was just that particularly dumb Benin space. Where all the people that come here and they can't hack it, they always end up there where they do head nodding. Yes. Yes. Anyway.
Yes.
Let me give you one advice, I beg. I go give him my last one advice. I beg the next time that kind of guy that came on that was angry, I beg next time don't kick him off. I don't think you kicked him off.
I will. You know me now. You know my rule now. And even he broke the rule, and I still did. He just ran out of steam and he left.
One man.
I did not kick him down.
One man. That guy is
so entertaining.
Is great. Yeah, I'm telling you, the guy is great for viewership. Yeah. You have to leave him. Let him rant.
Yes. He said we'll fly to London and punch me in the face. This is what he wants to do. Just because I said I don't want to vote for Peter Obi, he will fly to London and punch me in the face. Look at that. So what a
Aizon, if you've noticed, one man always give people like that chance. And
he does.
I'll just plead to people. Sometimes we have people like that on the platform. Just allow one man to deal with it. Then you will know at some point that you can get involved in it. But at first, just leave one man to deal because it's his platform. He knows how he wants to manage. Because I think Soli was trying to abuse the guy back, which is what one man is always trying to avoid. Just give one man the chance to handle that person well. like he always do, because a lot of them always come.
The only person I've seen him kick off is Pansat. So Pansat seems to get under one man's skin.
But I've not banned him. But it's just too wild. You know, it's just too wild. You know.
What I would advise to one man, I would advise you, because one thing you do, me personally, I don't like is you just call the Southeastern an Ipopian, and it's not good.
Not the Southeasterners now. There's a distinction now.
One man calls Yoruba people Yoruba nation. Even me, I make fun. I say Yoruba nation.
But he doesn't do often like he does to the Phobian.
Because he knows he's not going to get a reaction. People are just going to meh. I mean, but with our cousins in the Southeast, you guys are very emotional. So one man knows he'll be able to rile you up.
Are you wrong? Are you not emotional? Don't go.
It takes me a while to get emotional. It takes me a while. But anyway, one man, you guys should understand, one man is an instigator. He is not mean-spirited. It's just to fire your belly up a little bit.
Yeah. Prick your button.
I beg, keep firing. Keep firing.
Don't worry. If I didn't keep firing, how would we have that just delightful C2 that just... I will come to London and he was you can almost see his body shaking, the rage.
It's just like,
he's going to calm himself down.
Just like one man headline. Sometimes when you see one man headline, you'll be wondering, what is the meaning of this man? What is one man going to say? The headline itself will make you to come and know what this guy is talking about. You just put it the way.
I think they recruit these guys somewhere for YouTube. I don't know, because we always have likes of people like that. They will just come. You won't even hear one thing.
But what always disappoints me is when they do it, then they will run away. Then they won't give you the right to reply. So that's why I try to.
But Obodo is trying to stay behind now. Obodo, after saying that, he will stay behind and watch.
Look at that. So thank you, gentlemen, and apologies, work piece. I didn't mean the entirety of the mighty Edo people. Just some miscreant elements. The ones called Osage. Those are the ones. The ones called Osage. If you see anyone, you just forget it. If it's called Osage, forget it.
No, one man, leave. One man.
What is the meaning of Osage?
I don't know, but
Osage means
trouble,
the one that got caught. Anyway, one man, I'm listening with two devices.
Yam head everywhere.
Hold on, I beg. I'm listening with two devices. Sometimes you guys are talking, I will hear like 5 minutes or 5 seconds later. So I'm listening with two devices. Can you guys hear me very well?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay. First of all, my brother Solly, I know you have a very good heart. But with this your spirit and passion you use for argument, please stay around your own kind of friend that understand you. Because if you mistakenly stay with other group of people, you will collect water. But I know you have a very good heart. You have good.
And Solly, those are real words. By the way, those are real words. You need to calm down, Solly. You need to calm down.
You need to calm down. I know you have good heart. You should, please. Kulata can tell you he was a boarding house student. I was a boarding house student, and in school with Edo people. Kulata must have collected water.
Let's not go there.
So you know. Okay. Solely, I'm telling you from the truth of my heart. Please, mostly if you stay with Edo, Igbo, they will slap because we are very quick in slap. So please, don't let I hate you. We're just.
This is the thing, though. I think if you go south of Yoruba land, then you need a helmet because just here people.
Yoruba people were all this bolek aja. Let's fight. Like then the fight will start. You now say Elawa, please separate us. We make mouth.
A Yoruba fight. It can go on for 1 hour. I say, I will slap you now. I will punch you. if I do for 1 hour, they are just waiting for somebody to say, "I settle down." No, they would throw the first punch because they don't want another punch coming in their direction. But but no, if you go to Osage, you say you get UT. You know what UT is? Yeah, UT.
Yeah, true.
All right. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. We've gone past the 3-hour mark, which is a real aberration for this.
Anyway,
go on. have the final word, what please?
Let me quickly say something. In one manner, about that. What I'm going to say here, we are just underestimating the real danger. The real danger is not forget what Tinubu stole or what Peter Obi stole. What we should be doing here is to come together and bring this power to the south. If you understand what's going on in the north right now, you're supposed to I don't know, you're supposed to have a very chilled, cold fear. The north, they are decamping in mass to PDP. Now, what we look at, party affiliation, like people in the party, APC are not yet decamped. The north politics is not like that. They are cabals, and the cabal, they're not necessarily in party. Just like some imam, some sheikh. That's the way their cabal is. When their cabal cross carpet to the other side, everybody that's under that cabal, regardless of the party, they move with him. You know, so that is the real danger. Let's forget what Tinubu is doing or what Obi is not doing. Let's try and bring this power to the south.
All right, gentlemen.
You know, I know there's no time, one man. I cannot say much. One man, I wasn't mad about what you said. I was just trying to.
No, apologies if it came across the wrong way. It was tongue in cheek.
I can't
really,
reason it, but some people will not reason it like that.
All right, brilliant. All right, thank you.
Yeah, that's my final say.
I'm just looking at what this guy wrote. He says Buhari in UK for Elizabeth's funeral. So there it is. So thank you, gentlemen. A very robust afternoon session. Always a delight. We'll do it again later. We do it really on Facebook this time around. If you guys are happy to join me there, then I'll certainly be there waiting for you. So I'll leave it here. Carry conversation with your comment section over here. Say peace. Thank you, guys.